Yo, 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 skirt bag. How do we do, brethren?
It's been a while since we last potted.
Amen.
It's been a while. Who is that? Creed? Is that a
Maybe,
Creed song or
maybe.
Nickelback? One of those two. Yeah, it's been a fat minute, dude. Happy to be back. Happy to be back in front of the microphone, talking to you and our lovely audience of Dylan Mayo
It's
and multiple
stained.
others. Yeah,
Stained. Stained.
Staind, no E.
No E.
Oh, okay.
Never even heard of him. I know that song. Never heard of him. Obviously, like, how do you not know that
Yeah,
song?
well, I would have never guessed. They're probably like a huge one-hit wonder, and that's their one hit. If I had to guess.
Yeah, dude. One hit wonder
Are
for
you looking at
sure.
their top songs right now?
No, I'm just looking at you.
Oh, did you know that off the top of your head?
Have you? No, I Googled it, but then I
Oh,
X'd out of the
okay.
tab.
Oh, okay.
Um, that's like, have you seen the videos where it's like the dogs and it's like, I'm alive, I'm dead, and then it's like, I'm
I
looking at
have
you,
not.
you're looking at me, I'm looking at you, fuck you.
I
And it's
have
just
not, but
like,
that sounds like dog energy.
it is, and it's always just like dogs going crazy, but it's like, what's like, it'll be like, I'm alive, and it's like a dog running, and then it's like, I'm dead, and it's like, so when, when dogs will like, random dogs will like sleep on their back sometimes, like
Yeah, just
that's
dead weight.
like that, yeah. Then it's, I'm dead, and it's like, I'm looking at you, and it's like dog with like crazy eyes, like staring at somebody, you know what I mean? It's funny. I see him on social media all the
I feel
time.
like I could make
Lex
a
and I say that
great.
all the time now.
I feel like I could make a great video of that with Boone.
Yes, you could.
He's the perfect dog for that.
If you find the sound and like with that on, I've seen it on Instagram Reels. I don't know if it started at TikTok or like
I'm
what
sure it's
made its
over
way to
there.
TikTok. But yeah, if you got that sound and like saw it with like a video, you'd be like, dude, I could easily make a Boone version of this.
we might just have to. The next time you see one of those videos,
I'll send
send
it
it
to
to me
you.
so I can
Yeah,
find the sound.
yeah.
Oh man,
I'll
dude,
see if Lex can do it.
I
She's
actually
good at
took Boone
finding shit
out.
like that.
I took Boone out today to like just go for our little walk in like potty section area, like right outside our door. And I was like, you know what, Boone? Nah, we're gonna hang out here for like 10 minutes. I'll throw the ball for you, just like in that strip of grass we have back behind our house. And dude, it's funny because like half of that area is sand. So I would throw the
Mm-hmm.
ball and he would just start ripping for it and he would just be like spinning in sand, dude, like dirt bike
Yeah.
tires. It was so funny.
Dude, Boone's such a character. I'm a big fan of Boone.
I fucking love that little guy, dude. We had Jake and Rye watch him when we were in St. Louis this past week. And we got back and Jake was like, dude, Boone has the most like personality in a dog I've ever seen. I was like, yeah, dude, he's literally just a personality on legs. Like he's always looking to do something, always is like self-aware of like what's going around, aware of
Yeah,
like people who
facts.
would throw him the ball, and he's just like he's a character, dude. It's so funny.
He that's his only downfall, and it's like I love it. Is he's always looking to do something.
Always, dude. Always. And I've like gone to like I've learned that if whatever toy he wants to like he won't stop with, if he sees me like put it up, he's be like, "All right, it's time to chill." And he'll go like lay down for like 20 minutes. And then he'll come over and like with his furry ball now and just put it on me and be like, "What about this one?" And I'm like, "All right, I'll throw it to you for a little bit." And then it's like, "All right, 5 minutes gone by, Boone. You got your runs out, and he's still going." It's like, "Got to put this one up." And he sees it. He's like, "Fuck, all right."
That's funny. He's good, dude, and he always gets a hard time.
Not so much
Gets given a
anymore.
hard time.
He's gotten a lot like the past year, dude. He's like such a different dog. Like he listens well. I don't even put him on the leash or anything when I take him out because he just like I know he's not gonna go anywhere. One, because I'm throwing him the ball, and two, he's like he'll stop on command if you say his name in like a stop. Like Kyla, dude, she sees something, she's gone. She's like I'm
Yeah,
chasing that squirrel and I'm not hearing anything else. But Boone, if
yeah.
he's like gets antsy and just like Boone, he like looks back at you and stops in his tracks.
Interesting.
Yeah,
What a
he's
good boy.
super smart, but he's a
Yeah,
character, that's for sure.
yeah. Ben's not the Ben's pretty good at listening. Every time you say like "come here," like he's like okay, but or he'll stop if you tell him to stop.
Right.
But he's also like gonna walk ahead of you and also gonna like not gonna come back to you, just gonna stop and wait for you to catch up.
Right.
Um, and he's kind of like, I'm good, dog. Like, you got to keep up. I'm chilling.
Yeah, it's like I'm outrunning you, fool, dude.
He but like he knows that he's good. You know what I mean? Like he's
Right.
like I see you and I acknowledge that you don't want me to go further, but like I'm not gonna come back. I'm just gonna chill here and I'll do what I want. Like
Yeah,
I'm gonna respect you and I hear what you're saying and like I'm gonna take that into consideration, but I'm gonna do whatever I want. Honestly, respectfully.
he's like a
That's
maturing
Ben.
teenager, dude.
Yeah, and
That's
honestly,
Ben's
dude, I just let
personality.
him do whatever he wants,
Yeah,
cause like he's good.
he's
Like
good. He's not
he's never
misbehaving.
gonna be the one causing trouble.
Right. Yeah, I fucking. How is that little guy doing? Feel like I haven't seen him in so long.
He's
So how's
good,
he?
dude.
How's he getting used to the child?
He loves him.
Yeah,
BFFs.
that's dope.
Um, he licks him all the time, dude. And like if JT's crying and like me and Lex are like occupied doing something, um, Ben will like whine and be like, "Hey, like baby's like crying. You hear that?"
Baby's crying.
Yeah,
He's
he's funny, but he loves him. And I mean JT has no clue who anybody is at this point. So, well, he might know who like me and Lex are, but I don't know if he knows Ben.
Yeah, I think he knows you guys by face now. He's like, oh, all right. So I'm like, how
Probably.
old is he? Like just over a month now.
Yeah, just over a month.
So he's probably like, all right. He's getting to that point in his little baby brain. I've seen these faces every day that I've been around so far. He's like, I'm okay. I'm
That's
kind of starting
true.
to figure out what's going on.
That's true.
Isn't that crazy, dude? People don't think about like how wild the act of being born is.
Also,
Like,
apparently, you lose a percentage of your vision in the transmission from your eyes to your brain. You lose like 3% or something. So your brain just fills that in with memories. It just fills all the shit that gets left out. Isn't that
really?
wild? Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Allegedly. That's what I've seen.
I mean, it makes
Can't
sense. Like
confirm.
your brain's probably trying to just, fill a void that's empty. That's like scientifically what brains are meant to do. Like they're
Yeah.
constantly working and
And
figuring shit out.
brains are like, they work efficiently. They always want to be right. That's like the whole manifestation thing. Like your brain wants to be right. So it like looks for things that makes your brain right.
That validate your brain being right. Yeah.
Right. So that's the whole thing behind like if you think about positive thoughts and like if you think of things in a happy way or in a positive way, then like more than likely yes, like it's going to turn out that way. And like at the same time if you're like, "Oh, this could go wrong, that could go wrong, blah blah blah, what about this? What about that?" It's like you kind of like speak those things and those like negative things into
Into
existence.
existence. Yeah. Because your
And
brain
it's
just slowly
really
starts to
hard
believe.
because like when you're all bummed out and shit and you're like, damn dude, like nothing goes right for me, then your brain's like, you're right, nothing does go right for you,
Hmm.
right? But if you're like, man, everything's been fucking going my way, I've been making all the right moves in fantasy,
That's
I
why
really
you just need to play fantasy football. And
I've been decisive with my start sets decisions.
there really is no better feeling than when you go on like a 4 or 5 week heater in a fantasy season, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's like
Yeah.
you like 5 weeks, a month, you're like on top of the world. You're like, oh, dude, this is my year. I'm 7-0. Started out the first 2 weeks were shaky or whatever, but then the next 4 to 5, I've just been crushing it. Like that is the
Yeah.
best point of fantasy football for me. And then the playoffs come, and you're like, you're sweating every game, like
You
every
want
minute of every game.
you want to talk about our Orchids League?
Yeah,
I'd like to
I
get your
do.
opinion on what I
Okay.
should do with this vote.
Oh, with the roster shit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I voted for
You voted for remove defense, add flex.
add flex, but I'm like, also impartial to it. I just figured that was gonna be like the majority vote. So I was like, I don't care. Like, I don't like defenses. I see why people don't want defenses, but I also don't care about like replacing that with another flex. Like, I feel like it's
I
just gonna
don't want
balance
to add
out anyway.
another flex. I think it's going to be. I think that's like too much.
Well, that's gonna make the draft pretty thin too.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it's just like I feel like you're just like being forced to start players that aren't great.
Yeah, it's the same thing as throwing a dart on a defense, dude. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah,
So I don't really see like the big difference in it, but I just figured like people were gonna because I've seen it. It's like kind of a fuck defense now in most fantasy leagues I see on social media. So if that's
yeah.
just
But
like
I
what
think
people are
three
doing,
flexes is just so much.
yeah, especially with like the traditional layout of the rest of the roster.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna be forced to start bums, and we're gonna hate it.
Yeah, give me give me a chance with a defense. Start me at 10, so I know what I'm at least like could
See,
get out
here's
of
my
that on
thing.
a.
That's why I think we just remove the defense.
Yeah, we also don't need defense, but also I feel like having an extra like thing that gets points like defenses or players adds to the total score, which makes it more fun. Like
That's fair.
you're taking a good chunk of points out of like the total score, like the average score for per week by doing that. I feel
I
like the
agree.
higher scoring is more fun. Like that's all.
Yeah,
That's I understand the whole half PPR thing, and it like makes the most sense to me. But I don't like it just because of how it
you
cuts
want
the
more
scores
points.
down. Right. I just want to see that I'm scoring more points. It makes me feel
Yeah,
better, even though I know it's equal.
yeah. I don't really care either way. I mean, it's better for me, I guess, because I like running backs. So, like in a PPR league, like that's gonna push down some running backs that I know have good value,
Right.
just because the receivers are gonna go higher. But it also like changes the rankings
Of like the running backs.
and the wide receivers, just because like some receivers are gonna be like, you know, just target machines, like absolute alphas, and are just gonna
Yeah.
like, you know, get yards, and other receivers are gonna have like, all right, I'm not gonna have as many catches, but maybe like gonna score more touchdowns. You know what I mean? Like they're just gonna get theirs different ways, or they're gonna have like big chunk plays, and then like it's like okay, those games you're more likely like not gonna have as high of an upside, but you have
The
like
deep threat, like
more.
a Robbie Anderson kind of.
Yeah, like if he hits, like okay, you're gonna get
He's gonna go
probably
three
like
for three,
70 and a
70 yards and a
touchdown.
touchdown. Yeah.
But if he
Yeah.
doesn't hit, he's gonna be go
Oh, I'm sorry,
goose egg.
Chosen Anderson.
Correct. Oh yeah, that's our bad. Didn't mean to misname you.
Yeah.
Dead
I
name.
just
That's what they call it in the LGBTQ Elemento plus.
dead
That's their dead name.
dead name.
Like your previous name. Yeah, like if somebody goes from like a male to a female, it does that whole thing. Their
Mm,
or OG name, that's their dead name. And that's insulting to dead name somebody.
I was unaware of dead
Now you
naming.
are. Now you are.
Look at that, dude.
Get
We're getting
woke.
we're getting woke on this podcast, or maybe the
Who'd
first
have
time
thunk it?
ever. Um, yeah. Do you want to do the mock draft later in the episode, or do you want to bang it out now?
Oh, we're
Should
not
we?
doing it tonight, boss.
Oh, I thought we were doing it tonight.
No. Like
Damn,
I
I
think
was low key
like early August we'll like get the boys on. Like
and
close
do
to
a
the start
mock,
of the season. Plus,
dude.
because like we got to plan it, you know what I mean? Like we won't have everybody in here. Maybe we'll do like me, you, and one other person, or like me, you, and have another person. Like, but like switch who it could be. Like go in and out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um,
dude. We
but
should. Are
I
we
think we
doing
should like try to get 12 people to do like a legit like mock draft with
a
everybody, and we'll just
full?
chat
Yeah,
through it.
that would be sick. Because we always get like two or three, but like I feel like it's never accurate with having just a computer in so many slots.
Yeah,
Because they basically just auto draft like the best available person every time. It's like I feel like that's not what like a lot of the players in our league especially do
yeah. Our league always ends up being different.
every time, and it's like I can't get a accurate mock draft if I'm just drafting with these bots every time.
Right.
Emery and I did one a few weeks ago and it was pretty good, but again, there were 10 other bot teams, so it wasn't accurate.
Yeah, yeah. I need to start up another best ball draft. I'm in the middle of one right now. It's at towards the end though. They're so slow. I did a slow draft. They're so slow.
Are you doing it on DraftKings?
No, I'm doing it on underdogs. Underdog. I was looking at DraftKings, and their $5 buy-in has a lower payout
Oh, really? Then
to
the
first
underdogs
place
one?
and to second place and to third place in underdog. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go with underdog then. And now underdog has this thing called weekly winner, um, and it's like so everybody drafts right, but you're not in a thing with just your league. You're in a thing with the entire
The whole
like
competition?
the whole competition. They're all in one thing, and every week is like a DFS. Like there's a first, a second, a third. Every week, first place gets 20 grand each week, and like so there's a whole like full payout schedule for all 18 weeks or maybe 17. I don't know,
Oh, that's pretty sick.
but that's $15 entry. I want to get one of those in.
I think I did one of those with Clay 2 years ago on Underdog, and he was like, "Dude, I think we were going, like, into the Sunday night game because it was just for the Sunday. It wasn't the whole week, it was just for Sunday, so it was like a competition for the daily football." Dude,
Yeah.
I think he was in, like, 2nd going into, like, the night game, and he was up, like, 4 grand or something like that, and then the 4
Jeez.
o'clock games ended and the night game ended, and I think he still won, like, $100, but he was sitting, like, 2nd place
Very
for he
pretty.
came out of his room, he was like, "Holy shit, dude." I think it was me, Jake, and Austin were there watching football, and
That's
we're like, "Oh,
wild.
man." Yeah,
Haven't
dude, could
had
you
that.
imagine? No, me neither. Have not even come close. I've won, like, $10, I think, on best ball, but I don't really
I
I
don't
like to
bet
do the
much,
pick'ems
dude.
more.
I like making the teams, but I'm so bad at them, and I don't like to like
Yeah.
put bankroll into it. So I do just like I'll do like 3 or 4 like $1 lineups.
Yeah, that's what I
You know what
did,
I
but
mean?
and I
Just
would
for
just tail
fun.
the fantasy footballers, like, every week
I would tell some of the shit that they put on, and I would just kind of like make my own lineups based off of like, okay, like
off what they said.
I kind
Yeah.
of like
Yep.
just make my own opinion and just do like a couple of my own teams. Like, okay, like so here's who I want to have like in all my lineups. Who's I want to be heavy on. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'll put like 2 or 3 in for like the showdowns too, like Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night. Like I'll put some lineups in
There's
for
nothing
those.
that's the thing about football season is, like, you get to Thursday and you're like, "Oh, bet, it's a weeknight." Even Monday night, but I guess that's not the same because you get Sunday before that, but, like, you get to
Yeah,
Thursday, you're like, "Oh, Thursday night game,
new
like, Thursday
season.
night
Let's get it.
showdown." Yeah. Exhilarating.
It
I
is
was watching, Shane Gillis stand up last night in his special, and he was, like, talking about how his dad loves to drink and how he's, like, borderline alcoholic, and he was like, he's always looking for, like, a reason to drink. He's like, "You could walk into my living room and, like, Monday night, he's having, like, 4 or 5 beers down already," and he's like, "Dad, it's Monday night, what are you drinking for?" And he goes, "It's Monday Night Football." And then he's like, "But then on the other hand of that, you walk in there Tuesday night and he's drinking 5, 6 beers on the couch, and you'd be like, 'Dad, it's Tuesday night. Why are you drinking?' He goes, 'Well, there's no football.'" I was like,
what
"Wow,
else are
that's
you
so
gonna do?
yeah."
That's Waldo, bro. That's Waldo to a T.
It's like, "There's no football." It's like, "Damn, yeah, I could see why that would work." It's just
Yeah, you should be, like getting your shit together on those Tuesday and Wednesday nights.
yeah, then Thursday night comes around, you're like, "Ah, it's football."
Yeah, throw some back.
It just made me laugh, though. It was funny. Dude, I'm like getting to the point now that like the All Star break and MLB season's over. It's like, all right, like the dog days of summer are upon us. Let's get like cooking for football. Like it's slowly
Yeah,
starting to creep into me. Also, knowing like the Yankees are kind of bad is doesn't have me like
yeah,
looking forward to like the end of the baseball season so much. I'm more of at a
agreed.
point where I'm like, damn, it's already the All Star break. I only got half a season left. I don't want to have my heart broken in September yet. I'm not ready for that.
I'm ready for football, dude. I'm very ready for football.
Yeah, same.
I've been watching a lot of fantasy because like I just sit on the couch and hold this kid and feed this kid all day. That's it. And
Yeah, might
like
as well
so
get
like
your numbers
all
up.
morning today, that's all I did. So it's like watch footballers, but like then like you run out of footballers to watch. So like watch the fantasy pros, watch this ESPN fantasy show. I'm like, all right.
You've hit them all, huh?
I'm just throw. I mean, they're mostly in the background while I'm like doing other things, not really like into them. But I'm like, it's just on.
Do you ever watch
I'm
the Pat
very ready
McAfee
for
show?
football season. Sometimes I haven't watched it in a little bit though,
Yeah, I
because
used to
that
watch
comes
it
on
like
later.
yeah, I think it's like 11 to 3 or 11 to 2 or something like that, but
Yeah,
I used to watch that like pretty heavily a few years ago and I just kind of got over it, but they were always like watching them like right before football season started was always fun because they were super into it, obviously.
yeah. I don't love McAfee show, but it's not bad. Like middle of the day when like there's not much else on.
Yeah, I'd rather watch that than whatever ESPN has on at like 12 o'clock. You know what I mean? Unless it's like an
Yeah,
actual sporting event, but
yeah. It's mostly just
it's
people hollering at each other.
yeah, that and just they're fucking like when they don't have basketball or football to cover and it's strictly just baseball season, dude, their baseball coverage is just so bad. Like they put so much little effort. They put so little effort into their baseball coverage. It's sad. Dude, the home run derby was like a terrible TV watch. Like it was
Really?
cool cuz it was the home run derby, but like I don't know about you. I know you watch it. I know I couldn't like follow any of the balls that were hit, dude. I just see them off the
Nah.
bat. The camera angles they
Yeah.
had were
Do you wish
terrible.
they did
Like
it the old way with the 10 ounce? Because that would eliminate that. You just watch every pitch. You're not on a timer, so you're not trying to get swings off. You just watch every one.
that, and I think like it's tough because I think seeing all like the amount of home runs hit is cool, but you're getting guys so fucking gassed in such a short amount of time, dude, and it's like kind of making the end round suck. Like
Yeah,
everybody's gassed by the time they get to the finals, or the two finalists are always so
yeah.
gassed, and it's like we're not seeing their best swings in like the most important part of the derby.
What if they took out everybody gets a free bonus 30 seconds, and only like you get an extra 30 seconds only if you hit 440 feet or longer?
I wouldn't mind that. I also
Or
wouldn't
maybe if
mind
they
just going
did
back to
that
the 10
and
ounce.
took 30 seconds off, like made it 2.5 minutes, and then possible you get an extra 30.
Yeah. And they used to have the whole like you had to wait for the ball to land before the pitcher could throw another one, but then you're just punishing people for hitting bombs. So I don't know how you
Yeah,
eliminate that.
yeah.
I don't know.
Um,
And dude, they need to just stick to a camera behind the hitter and track the home runs like golf balls, and then when they're
yeah,
about to land, like zoom in where it's landing, because
yeah,
it's so hard to see. They're just like, I'm just watching this guy take hacks. I'm like, oh, that might be a home run. Who knows? We won't see it because he just hit another two. Just gonna follow
yeah,
that one.
yeah, yeah. Why can't they just put like they use special balls, put shot tracers on them,
They don't even
and
need
make
that.
it?
Just use the same shit. The fucking like.
You might
Oh
not be
yeah, I
able to
guess
do it
that's.
that
I guess that's.
fast.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of the same thing
And then
anyway. But
you can make the bats have them have a technology in it, so that'll start tracing. Like when contact's made, then it's like okay, bloop, time to trace.
yeah, dude, or just stick like the camera behind the players and let us watch it that way. Like
Yeah.
I don't understand. And they have that too. They showed that camera angle like 3 or 4 times. I'm like, oh, stay right there.
Yep. Yep.
I just that's all I want to see is the trail of this ball, how high up it lands. I don't like. I don't care how hard he hits it off the bat, but it's cool to see like the launch angle and like the distance and everything.
Yeah, I did
Like to
like how on like every hit they were showing launch angle and exit velo. Thought that was
yeah,
cool.
yeah, that is cool. But like just show us the actual home run. Like the numbers are
Yeah.
cool and all. Show us
Yeah.
that and the
And
home
it's
run.
tough to count. Like counting is impossible by yourself.
Oh, right. When you're actually like watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm counting from home and I'm like, okay, okay, add another one, that one went over, that one went over, and then like one goes on the board. It's like so delayed, and I'm like, what? What are these numbers?
Yeah. What
And
are
then they're
they
just like
at?
random, and then it's like, and then they have to catch up. So then it's like randomly adding ones, and I'm like, where?
Yeah.
Where was that home
Yeah.
run, dude?
It's so off sync, dude.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
They
because they
need
have
to.
to like analyze every one and like confirm home runs. You know what I mean?
Right, but I mean, how long does it take to watch it go over the wall? You know what I mean? That's what I'm
I know,
saying.
dude. You
Like
gotta be like, okay, yep,
over the
okay,
wall.
yep,
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 at it. Like
yep,
I want the guy on the button doing that in the studio needs to be out like watching the fucking home run derby.
yep.
You just
Wow,
see it go over the
there's
hill,
one,
boop.
another
Yeah,
one, and another one.
yeah,
Speaking of, dude, honestly, I thought the home run derby was good. I didn't watch it all the way to the end. Honestly, I think I pretty much just watched the first round and then was like, all right, kids sleeping, time to get some shut eye. And then I watched some of the second round.
yeah. I mean, Julio
I thought it was pretty good.
Rodriguez in the first round was the best
Went
show like of the
crazy.
night, dude.
I
Yeah, that
mean,
was the best part of the
Arozarena
derby.
went crazy in the second round. Not as
Yeah,
crazy,
I didn't
but
think Rosarena had that in him, dude. I thought he was more of like a Mookie Betts kind of
I
guy.
like Arozarena after watching the home run derby. It made me like him a
Yeah,
lot.
me, like yeah, he's a good ball player, and I like to watch him as like a neutral fan. But it's
But
annoying
it's
that like
tough
I
to
have to.
like him. Yeah,
No, as a Yankees fan is what I'm
as a
saying. He's on the
Yankees fan.
Rays. Yeah, but
Yeah.
dude, last night, did you watch the All Star game?
I did not.
Oh man, dude, it was pretty good.
I
The
did watch
NL won.
highlights from that because I was up early,
Did you
so
see
I threw
the
Sports Center on.
first inning with Cole on the mound where
The two
Adolis Garcia made that
basically,
one catch and then a
and then a
Rosarena
Rosarena made it on the
same
other side of
fucking
the
catch on
field.
both sides.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude. I tweeted into my little Yankees community after that happened and I was like, is this what it's like to have a proper outfield behind Garrett Cole? And everybody was like, dude, that's great because it's so fucking true. You have
yeah.
IKF and Jake Bowers in the corner of your outfield.
Hey, hey, hey! No IKF slander on this
No,
pod.
no slander on him. He's just not a left fielder.
That's fair.
He's a great utility guy, but he's not like a solid left fielder.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he can be decent anywhere, but
I have we don't have to get into this now, but I have so much fucking Yankees drama, dude.
well,
Things are
get
weird.
into it. What do you mean? Just get
Things
into
are
it.
weird on the Yankees front right now, bro.
Why?
Like we just fired our hitting coach. Brian Cashman in 26 years has never fired a coach like in the middle of a season before. Um I don't know, dude. Like they're just not good, and it's like things are, I feel like they're starting to crumble a little
Unfold
bit. Yeah, with the whole I think Aaron Boone might be on the hot seat
for
cuz
sure.
which I don't know, dude. It's just a weird
I
time
think
to
he's
be in
been like
Yankees land.
okay, dude. I don't think he's been a great manager.
He hasn't. He just makes bonehead decisions all the time, and it's
Right.
like
That's what I feel like he makes a lot of bonehead decisions.
a lot of bonehead decisions, but he's great with players. Like he's like friends with players, and it's like, dude, there needs to be. I love a manager that like meshes with players and like can come off as like a friend,
Yeah.
but there also needs to be a line where like
You
you
need
still
to
got
be
to
able
hold
to be
guys
a fucking
accountable.
professional
You
baseball
need to be
manager.
right, dude, right. And I feel like Boone just has never really like I've never felt that from him. Joe Girardi, dude, was the perfect example of
Yes.
that. Although
Yes.
he wasn't a great manager in his the ender of his managing careers, but like dude, he was the perfect like I can coach this guy, I can still have that like balance between or that fine line between like friend and manager. Like I'm still like the manager of this ball club and I'm gonna like hold guys accountable. And Boone just doesn't have any of that, dude. He's always like dodging questions and just being like, well, you know, he's a great guy. He'll turn things around. He's gonna get his at bats. But it's like, dude, the guy's like Josh Donaldson is hitting like 160 right now. He has 14 hits on the year. It's the All Star break. Why are we still running this guy out there? Like, let's get some
Yeah.
actual baseball answers out of you, not just some fucking mushy gushy like answers. And it's
I feel
super
like Joe
annoying,
Torre
dude.
was a good coach.
Joe Torre was the goat, bro. Joe
Bring him
Torre,
back.
I want to. I know this is super biased, but like now that Jeter's on like the Fox crew, and like we kind of get some of his like inside thinking on like being a fan instead of like he doesn't have to speak as like the shortstop of the New York Yankees anymore.
Right.
He can give his opinions on what the organization should do, and I'm just like, fuck, dude. Really wish you weren't at this Fox desk right now, and we're like in the dugout, like coaching
Yeah.
these guys. Like Derek
Yeah.
Jeter's a hitting coach. It's not gonna get any better than that, dude. Like
No.
out of a team
He's
that
one of the best hitters
only
in
hits
the
home
in the
run
history of the
of
game.
all time, dude, and he's like right there at your disposal. It must be him not wanting to like dive into that yet. But God, I would love to see like some Derek Jeter mentality back to the
Maybe he
Yankees
just
because it's
doesn't
been
fuck with the
lacking.
front office and he's like, dude, I'm
I
good
think
until you
that's
get
it,
that
dude, because they
Cashman
kind
bull
of
out of there.
yeah,
And
I
maybe
think
he
that's
wants to be more than a
100%
hitting
spot
coach,
on.
honestly.
Well, I think I mean he was like the CEO of the Marlins, but like I feel
Yeah.
like he probably could come in and like manage a team, but I think maybe get like a year or two as like, you know, just like come in like a
Well, I
slow
think maybe he
transition.
wants to be in the front office. Like, he wants to be GM.
I don't think that's where he's most valuable though, dude. I think he's most valuable on the field with the players, like showing you what like he's one of the most winningest players ever, dude. Like he has that mentality, knows what it takes to win. Played on like the arguably the greatest team of all time, and he just like there's no feeling of that in the clubhouse anymore with this like Boone friendly with the players, like
Yeah.
not holding guys accountable and
I just
trying
don't
not
get
to
the
hurt
vibe that he
feelings.
wants to do that.
I don't either. I think he's kind of stated
I
that
think
when
he
he was
wants to
like, I'm
be
gonna
in a
buy the
suit.
Marlins. Yeah.
I
It
don't
just
think he wants to be getting in the nitty
and
gritty, but I think he would
I
be
love him on
probably,
Fox, but
or just like a general assistant coach. Like, you're telling me he wouldn't be able to coach some guys up on the defensive side? Like, come on.
no, yeah, he could, but like I think he would be most valuable right now as a hitting coach just because it's kind of what the Yankees
Because
need.
there's a
I mean,
vacancy.
well, we already signed a new hitting
Oh,
coach
okay.
and it's Sean Casey. He used to play for the Reds. I mean, he's like a career like 313 hitter, so obviously dude knows how to hit.
Yeah.
But he's like best friend. He's like really close friends with Aaron Boone. So I don't know, and I don't think having him hired is going to just 100% snap his fingers and flip the philosophy of Yankees hitting and change their approach or anything. Like I don't think that's
No.
going to happen anytime
But
soon
it could
until this
help.
roster gets reconstructed. It might help, but
Charlie Manuel came back to the Phils last year, I think, and it kind of helped.
yeah, I mean, any sort of change to our offense like strategy right now is going to be better than what we've had. Um,
Fair.
So that being said, we're still floating. We're not completely dead in the
Yeah.
water. Like we're not in a playoff spot, but we're also not looking good. Judge is out. Um, we just have a lot of we got to make some moves, dude. And that's the other thing. Jeter like hinted at the Yankees. Like he's like, I think if the San Diego Padres come out of the break and don't play well for 2 weeks, I think the Yankees should trade for him. And I was like, dude, Juan Soto to the Yanks would be sick. Like if we get Juan
Yeah.
Soto, I don't care about if we don't go after Otani.
So then what? Would you just put Juan Soto in left or center?
Probably in left because we got Bader in center, who's like the best defensive center fielder maybe in the league.
Except for
Dude's
Brandon Marsh.
that caveman. My man's
He's
hair
had a good
gets in his
season.
way. He's like, yeah, he has a good season. I'm just making fun of him because he's on the Phillies. But
Dude, the Phils and the Yanks are, I think, like the same right now. Yanks are 49 and 42, a game out of the wild card. Phils are 48 and 41, half game out of the wild card.
yeah, wow, we're
I
like
think
in the
the
same
AL East and
spot.
the NL East are pretty much the same.
Pretty similar, dude. Yeah, it's crazy. Like the how the East Coast just has like all the best teams in baseball this year.
Yeah, like look at this: Braves 16-29, Rays 58-35, and then Orioles 54 and 35, Marlins 53 and 39. Phils and Yanks are like the same, and then the Mets, there's a fall off with the Red Sox, and then the
Where are the
Nationals
Mets?
obviously are ass. 42 and 48.
Oh man, I didn't know. I haven't been keeping up with them. I didn't know they were like under 500.
Yeah,
This,
they've been like hurting themselves. They do that a lot.
yeah, the Mets are always gonna Met. That's what they say.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Last year they did a good job of not metting until they met it at the end.
at the end, very end.
Um, but yeah, this year it's like I feel like they've just been hurting themselves playing
Yeah.
silly ball. But they have a good roster. It's weird,
It's weird to me, dude, because it feels like
and
the
they have good
Mets
pitching.
have the
On the
Mets just
paper,
have
they're
some
great.
sort of like Babe Ruth curse with them, dude. I don't know
Yeah,
what it is. Like it's
yeah,
not even me being like big brother Yankee fan. Like they've just always been like kind of like something happens to them where they're just like getting laughed at every year.
yeah,
And it's like almost expected at this point, dude. Like I remember the whole offseason, everybody on ESPN and all the analysts were like, the big bag Mets, oh, Steve Cohen spent all this money, they're gonna be World Series contender, World Series. But it's like, Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander are like 40, dude.
has-beens, dude.
You just spent a combined 85 million for 1 year of these guys.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know, dude, and
and they
it's
haven't
just
been that good, and
they
that's the
haven't
truth.
been that good. But to be honest,
Um,
can't say much cuz the Yanks are kind of the same way.
I wish Lex was on this call right now. We were talking about one of their ex players. Oh, Chris Bassett. He was a
Yeah, the
pitcher for them
pitcher.
last year. He was good, and he left. I think he's in the AL East now with the Rays, maybe,
I think he's having a good year too.
or maybe the Blue Jays.
I think he's with the Blue Jays now.
Yeah, he is. I think he is having a solid year. We were looking at contracts like a couple weeks ago. Lex and I were, and I was like, yeah, they probably should have re-signed Bassett, dude.
Yeah. But also like you don't know what you're getting out of like each organization's like pitching coaching and you know what I mean? Like he could have just went over to Toronto and like pitching coach was like, tweak your mechanics slightly and that's like the difference.
Yeah,
It's
but he was good
I
last year with the Mets too.
oh, he was good?
Yeah, he had a good year last year.
He's like a solid number 3 guy on most teams, dude.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So like if they could have kept him, and even then, like, okay, maybe it is Verlander and Scherzer, but then he's your three, and then um Kodai Senga is your four. Like he's
Yeah,
had a
he
good
was an
year.
all-star.
Yeah, so
I
I
think he was on,
mean,
I don't know if he got into the game, but he was on the NL reserves. It all
well,
counts the same.
NL finally got that big dub. First one with Robbie Tom
Yeah,
managing the
first one
squads.
since like 2012, I think.
Yeah, it's been nine. The AL won nine straight, but the NL didn't have Rob Thompson running the ship for nine straight. So
That's true. That's very true. What a career Rob Thompson's had, dude. I'm pretty sure he was like our. I don't know. He was some coach, maybe a pitching coach for us, and then he went to the Phillies.
yep,
Whatever he was for the Phillies, they were just like, "All right, manager now," and he's like, fuck around and get you to the World Series."
yeah, not bad.
Such a hidden
And then
gem.
sign an extension as a full time manager.
full-time manager. Yeah, dude, my man saw his opportunity and took advantage. God damn.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't think he got paid too much, so I don't think it wasn't worth
It's
it. But he's
probably
been
more than what he
solid.
was making.
See how the
Um,
Phils finish up the rest of the season.
yeah, this has been a pretty exciting like first half of baseball so far this year.
The Phillies have actually been good lately. I'm gonna try to see if I could pull up their schedule. They they lost to the Marlins, 2 games to 1, but swept the Rays before that. Oh,
Yeah,
but
you
then
guys
lost the
swept the
series to the
Rays, and the
Nationals
Yanks
before
couldn't
that.
take any ground on it because we were fucking busy losing 2 out of 3 to the Cubs, dude.
We swept the Cubs.
The Cubs are going to be sellers at the deadline, and they just made us look like they're bitch.
You think
Jamison
so?
Tyone, the worst pitcher, literally statistically the worst pitcher in the NL this year, comes to Yankee Stadium on his debut. And ex-Yankees always do this. They come into the stadium with a fuck you on their shoulder, and they're like, all right, watch this. So Jamison Tyone goes like 8 shutout, like 1 hit ball against the Yanks, dude, with like 10 Ks. And that was apparently from a source that I read. That was the reason we fired our hitting coach. After that game, Brian Cashman went to Howell and was like, yeah, I think we need to do something here.
Listen to this Phillies June. Nationals beat them 2 games to 1. Swept the Tigers 3 games to none. Took 2 from the Dodgers. Beat the Diamondbacks 4-1. Swept the A's. Lost 2 games to the Braves. Beat the Mets 2 games to 1. Swept the Cubs.
Wow. What's the total record for the month?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4,
It's got to be like a 17-9 month, dude.
5, 6, 7, 8 losses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 wins. So 18-8.
Ooh, I was close. What did I say, 17-9?
Yeah. Yeah, that's not bad. But here's the thing, the Braves were better.
Yeah, the Braves are just unreal, dude. I mean, half the NL East fucking or NL All-Star team was the Braves infield, dude.
They're silly, bro. They're
They're
silly.
silly and they're all locked up too. Like the Braves
Yeah.
Braves are going to be scary team for a while, dude.
What do we got coming up? So we got a 4-game series against the Padres, 4 games in 3 days. And then we got
I
the
need you to sweep
Brewers.
them.
I'll try. I'll try. The Brewers, the Guardians, the Orioles, the Pirates.
That's for July.
Yep.
It's not a bad schedule. The Orioles might give you some trouble, but other than
Yeah,
that,
probably.
although
But I
when we
mean,
ran
yeah,
into
I
them, we
mean,
took the
some
first
winnable
two.
series.
They cooled off a little bit. The Rays have cooled off a lot. They were at a point where they lost like 7 or 8 in a row, like right before the break.
I mean, yeah, they lost 3 to the Phils. No sports on today except for Wimbledon. That was beat.
Yeah, I can't get into tennis.
Nope. I
It's
had it
too
on for a
boring.
little bit. It
I
really is until
it's
like the
just
end. Like it's good towards the end, but
even then, dude. I just like I don't know. I
it's
can't.
because
I've tried.
you don't know how the scoring works.
I mean, the knowledge of tennis I have is from Wii Tennis. That's all I know. But like when it gets to the end, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Who's winning right now?
I know. I like tennis a little bit.
I want to play
If it's the
pickleball.
only thing on, I want to get into pickleball. Yeah, I've
My
been wanting to
grandma
do
plays
that.
like twice a week and she loves it, dude. So I might go down there and
Really,
play her in a match. Yeah.
you should.
It just looks like small tennis with like a ping
Yeah,
pong ball, right?
it's fun, dude. It's really fun.
Have you
I
played
used to play
before?
in gym class. Yeah, it used to be one of our gym sports, and it was amazing.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try. I wonder if there's a pickleball court around here that Andy and I can start playing at when he moves down.
Probably you just need a tennis court.
Yeah, that's true. I think
We
there's
used
one
to
across the
play in
street.
gym class. They would split the basketball court up into, I think, 6. six or yeah, I guess 6 courts. It'd be 3 in each half. Um, and we would just play and just rotate in circles and just play, and it was so much fun.
We did that with badminton.
Way better than badminton.
Yeah, badminton was intense though. Like when we pulled up to gym class and saw the badminton fucking nets were out, we were like, oh, it's about to go down.
When we pulled out to gym class and pickleball was out, dude, literally nothing got me more excited.
What were your
Not a single thing.
top three favorite gym like activities in high school?
Pickleball,
Number one,
number one.
1-1 overall.
Yep. King's
Okay,
Court.
what's that?
That's this game. It might have been like made up, but it's basically like volleyball ish, but the net is like the height of a tennis net.
Oh, it's just volleyball over a tennis net.
Basically. But you're in the gym floor and you're spiking volleyballs and you don't have to jump
Yeah,
for it. You're just fucking
yeah.
blasting them.
Just
And
straight
like
down.
it's fun, dude. It's fun because you can like then you just gotta like keep it up and then like you can let it hit the ground once, right? Let it hit the ground once and
You
you just
get
like
one
save it
bounce,
up, and then like if I were to save it up, my teammate could then hit it over. You know
right?
what I mean? Because you get one bounce and you get three
Like bacon, but
touches.
with your hands.
Yes, kind of.
That sounds pretty dope. We
Um, I
oh
don't
yeah,
know
your
what my
third.
third would be. Those would be my top two.
Mine was probably badminton. Well, probably only because we didn't play pickleball. But my second one wasn't even like a gym class thing. We had like this 10th period where at the end of the day you could go to like a class or like whatever for 45 minutes before like sports would start. And
Hmm.
so the boys and I on the soccer team would just go to gym and pull out a volleyball net and play like futsal over it. Not futsal, but like
Ooh,
we'd use a soccer ball with our feet and you would get like
right,
one
right, right,
bounce and three touches to get it over the net.
right.
That was mad fun. We played that shit so much. And then like the basketball hoop was always to the left of the net, so we incorporated like a scoring to like if you put it in the hoop, it's like an extra 3 points. It was so fun.
That's
That
good
and then
shit.
probably wall ball. Wall ball was my shit. I know we talked about that recently.
Yeah, I think my third would be handball.
Handball's mad fun. Or floor hockey was always electric too,
Yeah,
dude.
floor hockey was good. I wasn't as good at it though.
Floor hockey was my shit. Obviously,
Oh, what
Ghostbusters is
was
a
this game?
classic.
We used to play this game. It was like kind of like floor hockey, except the hockey sticks were like the Q-tip Johns at the end. You know what I'm
Field
talking
hockey?
about? Well, yeah, but you play in the gym, and it's like a long stick, like a broomstick, right? And
Yeah.
then the end of it is like a big oval cushion.
A cushion?
Yeah, 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 like an oval cushion, like the size of like the big Beats pill,
I'd
like a
be
huge Q-tip.
yeah.
And so, anyways, this is it's like a rubbery, like foamy material.
You use it
And
as a
then
hockey stick?
yeah, you use it as a hockey stick, and there's a foam, like a foam ball or like a kickball type John. Probably like more like a dodgeball type ball.
Yeah, like the squishy dodgeballs.
Yeah, something more
Yeah.
like that. Mad fun, and it's
That
it's like
sounds pretty
hockey.
fun. Yeah.
Mad fun. We didn't have hockey. That's what we had instead. PG
Oh,
version, I guess.
dude, we had the
So
fucking
much
like
fun, and
just plastic.
you would always hit your friends with
Just
the sticks because
yeah.
they're big cushions on the sides,
That
dude.
actually sounds perfect, dude. Just come
So
up,
like
start
you get like
whacking.
into a corner and you would start banging on shins and stuff.
Yeah, we couldn't do that with our hockey sticks.
Exactly,
I
exactly.
think we had to put like these glasses, like
Oh, I
eyeglass
believe it.
wears on, and then just fucking. It was never a puck. It was always a ball, obviously, but
Yeah.
it was just like this rubber orange ball, and like obviously like these goalie nets or whatever. But dude, it would be so fun to just hop in goalie and just like I felt like Henrik Lundqvist, dude, when I was playing
We
floor
used to play
hockey
hockey
goalie.
at my boy's house at my boy Shane's place. He had like a good like driveway that was like built good for hockey,
Yeah,
and he had like all the goalie gear and shit. So we would suit up. We took it real serious.
that sounds fun.
It was mad fun, dude. Me and my boy Chris got into a fucking fight once over like a big fight, dude. Like to the point where like it was snowing out. I was on top of him in the snow, like with my fist cocked, about to hit him in the face, and I was like, "What the fuck are you doing, Kenny? That's your boy." And then I was like, I guess I won't punch you in the
Snowball in
face.
hand.
Oh no, fist in hand. He like I was about to rock his shit. I was about to like do him in over a game of fucking roller hockey in the driveway.
roller
Not even
sk-
roller hockey.
you weren't roller skating, you were just running.
Nope, just running.
Oh, you know what's the worst is getting hit in the finger when you do that, like by
The
somebody's
fingies.
stick, dude. When it's
Yeah,
cold out. Oh my god, my
yeah.
brother rocked me in the nail once when we were playing when we were little, and it was like the February of upstate New York, so it was freezing cold out. And I remember to this day, dude, his stick just like caught me in the tip of the finger, and I, dude, turned red. It hurt so bad. My whole body was just like, you know, those red hot dogs. That's what I looked like.
Ooh, yeah.
The one in
Nasty.
Sausage Party.
Hot dog shouldn't be that red.
No, they're kind of good though. Have you ever had one of those?
No, I'm good.
Well, it's not like I have them now, but like when I was like 12, I tried one and I was like, and you know what's wild? You don't even have to cook them. I don't eat
You
them
don't have to cook
frozen,
regular
but
hot dogs, actually.
you don't. But like if you don't, if you eat a regular hot dog like raw, that's a little weird.
I've done it.
Yeah, we all have, but like if you're regularly doing that, like if
Oh
that's how you eat
yeah,
your hot dogs,
yeah. I think that same thing goes for the red hot dogs though. If you're regularly
I don't know.
eating
I think
those
those are
cold,
like meant. I think those are like meant to not be cooked though.
you think so?
That's what I was told. This was also like 15
Really?
years
So
ago.
can you
Yeah.
cut it up and use it like a coochie board meat?
You know what, dude? Now that I'm thinking about it, they probably just told me that so we didn't have to like start a campfire because it was I was camping when I had them for the first time. They're
Oh,
probably. I was like, "Can I cook one of
oh
these?"
yeah,
Like,
no,
you
we'll
can
just
just
eat
eat
them
them raw.
cold.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, dope! You can do that." Like, no one would ever steer me wrong.
Yeah, that's 100% what happened.
Yeah, go
I
play wiffle
played you.
ball. That's probably what they said.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, speaking of games, when we were little, when we'd go to the beach, like this is a very small beach, like on the Hudson River. It's not like like we were the only ones at this beach with like our friends. It wasn't like a
Right.
public beach, but where there was this little cove where we would camp at, and like the cove opened up like kind of like a trail on both sides, but it was like a little bit wider trail, and you're still on the beach sand, and it was the perfect size for playing birdie. We called it birdie ball, and it was literally just baseball with a shuttlecock in a racket, dude. You just like flick it in for a pitch and then you'd swing absolutely out of your shoes to see how far you could hit this thing. I mean, it would only go like 20 feet because you can't hit those things very far. But it was electric, dude.
And then what? You
Could,
run?
yeah, then it was like a small little, like, it was probably like 10 to 15 feet run to first base. It was like a very small, because it was, you can't hit
Yeah,
these things far. So
yeah.
the best part of playing that game was either you would pitch or hit, and someone would just catch like a line drive shuttlecock right to the middle of the eyebrows, and all you would hear was just like a
Thump.
it would just drop. It never hurt because those things are like like the smallest,
Yeah.
cheapest things
But then
ever.
every now and again you get like the one that comes off the face and then somebody still catches
Oh
it.
yeah,
Or like the insane like reflex catches because you
yeah,
know they're
dude.
gonna happen.
It's like what's that game? Beer ball or beer die? Like those types
Yeah.
of catches.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I think that's why I like beer die so much, dude, because I played that shuttlecock, that birdie ball game.
I'm
But
sure that's
dude, we
what it
used to
is.
go through so many of those little things, like the rubber ends would fall off of them, and then like
Yeah.
without playing without that's almost impossible because it doesn't go
Yeah.
far at all.
Or like
But
the feather part will get all ripped up.
well, we got the plastic ones, but they would
Yeah, they
still
would
like
still rip
split.
up. Yeah.
But the best thing was after like you would go through one, you take the little rubber piece off of it, and if you just hit that, like I would always just like throw one up and launch one off the racket like into the Hudson River and see how far I could hit. It was always so
Yeah.
satisfying.
Never finding that again.
No, see ya
Like
later. I
even if
mean,
you hit it into like a field, like you're hitting it too far and it's too small.
yep, not finding that.
No.
That game was electric though. Makes me want to play. Brings me back to my glory days.
Let's go play.
Just dudes being dudes, guys being guys.
Yeah, we should try to do like one trip a year, I feel like.
Yeah,
One guy's trip, like a just like a quick weekend, you know?
that's what I'm saying. Like what we had for Savannah, but not. It doesn't have to be for like a bachelor party.
Yeah,
Like we should just do that once a year somewhere with the boys.
yeah. I think the bachelor party should count for it though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like if we're gonna have a few bachelor parties coming up. I feel like between our friend group,
Yeah,
we should try a new place every time.
we should. That'd be dope.
Where
Where
would
do you
we
want to
want to
go
go
next?
next?
Well, I guess it's not next. Where do you want to go for yours?
um, I mean, if we're doing it like in a drivable distance, probably like maybe I feel like Atlanta could be fun. I don't know. I feel like I don't really know. Maybe Raleigh. Never really been to Raleigh. I don't really know what's out there though. I don't know. I feel like Savannah was like the best spot to go for a bachelor party, dude, because it's like not a massive city like you got to
Yeah,
Uber. I mean, you do Uber everywhere there, but like it's not like Atlanta or like a big city like that. So it was perfect for like our crew, and they had the golf there and everything. But I don't know. I feel like I gotta know more about my
I think
surrounding
Charlotte could be
cities.
cool,
Charlotte would be cool. I mean, I've only been there once, but
or like Tennessee, like mountains, maybe Nashville.
ooh, low key Nashville. That would be fun. I've been told I need to
Like
go to
if you could do
Nashville.
Nashville, but like do like also go like still got to find a place to golf, and I'm sure you can find like good golf, like maybe in the mountains, like take like a little drive, go get
Oh
a
yeah,
dope round of golf in.
that would be a lot of fun. And they gotta have Nashville golf courses, I'm sure.
Yeah, 100p.
That would be pretty
Vegas.
sick. I thought about Vegas, but I also thought like I feel like we'd get more boys to go if we didn't have to make that like giant trip. Like if we're going
Yeah,
out that far, I might want to just go to Denver.
that's fair. That's fair. I see.
Although I've never been to
I've never
Vegas as an
done
adult.
Vegas.
Yeah, I went when I was 12, but that's not the same.
Yeah, see, I've never done it at all, so it always was like, oh, like that's something I'll do like when I'm a little bit more mature and I can kind of just like just go and like see it. Like I don't need to like rush there as a 22-year-old like when some other people were
Right.
going.
I feel like it's probably more fun as like, a 27 to 30-year-old because you know your limits. Like you go to Vegas as a
Yeah,
21-year-old dude, you might
you might
that's
ruin
a
your
recipe
life.
for disaster, yeah. Yeah.
Tangled up there, John boy.
Dude, I don't know why, but every time I get on, I don't know if I just pass my mic between my hands back and forth, but my coils always are just like meow. I need
uh,
to just get a mic stand. Ooh, that's what I should get for Prime Day too. I've been thinking of like stuff
yeah.
that I need to buy, but I like have just been putting off. I think maybe a new desk and a mic stand.
Well, you
But
should
also
do
I
it.
was
Today's the last day of Prime Day.
yeah, I'll probably give it one more look like when we get off here, but I was thinking about getting a new monitor cuz the one I have now is from like 2015 and then I have my work one and they're not like the greatest. I was like if I can get like a nice ass like 24 to 27 inch like 240 hertz monitor, dude, that'll last me another
Yeah,
10 years like for $150, dude, you can't beat that.
yeah. I got a good monitor and I like it. I obviously don't even use it as much as you do, as you would.
Yeah, I was just like sitting there, like I was playing Diablo last night, and I was like, because I play on my work monitor, like for my games, and it's just like a regular ass Dell work monitor. It's nothing special.
Yeah,
But I was like, dude, I have like the nice Xbox. I got all this other gaming equipment, and the monitor is the one that makes like the most difference graphics wise. And I was like, I need to like finish my shit and just invest in a good monitor. Like, stop being cheap. That I literally the one I have now, I got a year before I met you,
yeah,
in like 2014 or 15.
yeah. I got this one. I think when COVID hit,
Yeah, so yours is probably pretty nice. Is it curved or no?
it is.
Is it worth getting a curved one, do you think?
I
Like,
don't
do you
know.
notice, like, because I asked my brother that. I was like, I can get a nice curved one for like $150 and it's going to do everything I need it to do, but I don't know if that's going to be like a game changer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know if it is a game changer, but I feel like they're not that much. So it's like, yeah,
Why
why
not?
not? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I basically could get okay. I could either get pay the same price for a curved. So I was like, all right, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, that's true.
I got an AOC. I like it.
That's the one I was looking at today, dude.
Yeah, I like it
Yeah, I might have to cop that when I get off here, but it's time. It's definitely time for your boy.
for sure. I was looking at weight stuff. There's this company that I think I found the squat rack that I want to get, and it's on sale for like for $350 right now. They do free shipping, which is huge, and then it's also they're doing an extra 12% off for Prime Day. They're doing their own like it's
Oh,
not on
damn.
Amazon Prime, but they're doing their own thing, like to compete. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's kind of
Um,
dope.
so
The
I
free
think that
shipping
comes out
is
to
huge.
308. The free shipping is huge because it's squat rack, so it's going to be heavy.
Hmm.
Um, Yeah, so I was like, all right, I might pull the trigger on that. So and then I went on Prime. And I'm like, all right, maybe I'll get a barbell and some weights.
Yeah, that was smart. How's the you still hitting your little home gym every day, or has it been too hot?
I try to hit it every day, but like it's just tough with life and shit and the
Yeah,
baby and like not a lot of sleep.
right.
But
You're
yeah, I
dead
mean, I
tired.
do
The
hit it
last
a
thing you
decent
want to do
amount.
is lift.
Yeah, I hit it up a few times. I mean, I just started working out again in the beginning of July.
Dude, I need to. Now that I'm like home for like the next foreseeable like month out on the weekend, dude, I'm probably gonna get back into it. I've been, dude, the last 2 rounds of golf I've played were so fucking hot, and I was just like, this feels like I went to the gym, dude. Like so many swings,
Yeah,
like including the range and just it, like the heat definitely adds
yeah.
to
I'm
everything.
playing
But
tomorrow at 7:30, and I know it's gonna be hot, and I want to get to the range early, but I don't even know if the range is gonna be open that early.
yeah, that's the one thing about those early tee times is like the range is never open, which kind of sucks.
Yeah,
Cause dude, if I go to the range and I just hit like the round Jake and I just played, we went and just split a bucket, so it was only like I only took probably 15 to 20 swings, and it was perfect, dude. Like my swing felt pretty much dialed all day. Like, yeah, there were a few that I missed, but like I just felt so much better than going there and hitting too many
yep,
balls or not going at all. Like I just
yeah.
need like maybe 15 swings to get my arms warm and my body warmed.
Yep,
I
and
start
just to
doing too
like
much and my swing
remind
goes out the
yourself of a
window.
couple things like that you've been
Yeah.
working on with
Yep.
your swing.
Yep. Because if you go in there, dude, and you're like, you stand over the ball and you're like, all right, I got to keep my head down, knees bent, like come straight back, tuck my chin. Like if you're thinking about all that, there's no shot you're gonna be comfortable about swinging at it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Right.
I'll
Yeah,
go up to
dude.
my ball, line myself up, kind of just like make sure I'm feeling good and comfortable, dude, and check like one thing, and it's usually my club face, and then I'm like, all right,
Yeah. I played last Wednesday. It was hot. It was me, Owen, and Hampson, and then a random. And I got there like as they're like waiting at the ranger to like let them go. I was like, all right, let me go like get checked in, blah blah blah. The random was checking in right before me, so I was like, all right, cool.
yeah,
And but then it's like, okay, like we get out to we're just going right, and it's like no warm up swing, nothing. Well, okay, I took a warm up swing.
right off the tee.
Um, but yeah, and I just like I never got my club face around, and that thing was right from the get go. Um, and I was like, all right, so I'm gonna take a drop because I just put that one in somebody's fucking house. Um, I literally heard it, like we all heard it hit something. Couldn't find it in somebody's backyard or in their house or something. And then just let my round fall apart from there.
From the first swing.
No, I actually got it together like 13 to 18. I played pretty well.
Yeah,
Um,
that's basically the back nine.
yeah, so it was I went par, bogey, double, bogey, par. That was my final 5 holes. But they were like good, like so it was a par three, stuck it on the green, good two putt, and then it was a dog leg left, par four, got on the green in two, three putt. So I'm like, all right, that's not bad. And then
Yeah,
I did okay on the next, but I kind of fucked myself with a couple shots. Just they just like weren't completely there. And then so double bogey. The next hole was a par five. Best drive of the day. It's like bends right a little bit. Best drive of the day, and like I hugged like the
the
cart
inside
path
line.
and the fairway. I was like maybe like 3 inches into the rough, but it was sitting up pretty. So I went 7 iron and I like hit like the middle of the green. Thought I was good. Ended up bouncing over. The green goes up from front to back, so I went over. So when I chipped it on, it rolled back down to the front off the green.
Ooh, oh,
And the flag was at the back of the green, so it ended up fucking myself there. But only a single bogey because it was a par five. And then the last hole had a nice drive, took Owens 54 onto the green, two
is that
putt
when
for
you
par.
decided to buy one yourself?
Well, I already had made the decision.
Oh
It just
yeah,
was I couldn't get, so I wanted to get the putter cover off of Etsy, and I wanted to get a Titleist club, but I couldn't get a Titleist gift card or an Etsy gift card with like my shit from work, I can only get a Visa gift card. I can get a bunch of other gift cards, but not those two.
Right.
So it's like, all right, like do I get like $100 to Etsy and $200 to Titleist? So I did that, but then it was like Etsy it was like we can't process your transaction. Like they wouldn't let me do it with the Visa gift card. So I was like, all right, let me buy the putter cover on Etsy first and use the rest on Titleist if I can. So I
Oh,
just went that
smart.
route.
Did you get it yet?
No, it's gonna get here Friday.
Oh, damn! Just in time to miss your tea time tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah. But Hampson, I found out actually, he doesn't even have a driver. He was going 3 wood out of all the tee boxes, and I thought that was just like his preference, because that's what Timmy does. But
Right.
I found out he doesn't even have a driver. He hit owns a couple times, and he was like, we were texting the group today, and he was like, "Oh, dude, my driver's not gonna be here like before we play, so we're just gonna have to get together for another round." And I was like, "Facts, my 52 is also not gonna be here."
You get out there again this weekend?
Now, I like Wednesday, Thursday because Owen's got a weird schedule, so
Oh,
he's
true,
off
true.
Wednesday, Thursday. That's like his weekend,
Yeah, I forgot you told me that. That's kind of nice
and
though, because
everything's
I feel like
cheaper.
nobody's out there. Yeah,
Everything
on
is cheaper
Wednesdays.
during the week,
Yeah,
and it's not as
that's
packed.
pretty nice, dude. I kind of wish I could do
Yeah, me too. Oh wait, I do.
that. We're going out and playing on Saturday. We're playing West Course, which is I'm low key kind of excited to because that was the course we played like every weekend when I still lived in Myrtle. Like it was West Course at 7:30 every Saturday, and I haven't played there. I don't think I played there once this summer yet.
Have you played at
So
Hackler this summer?
yeah, I think we played Hackler. Austin and I played Hackler. I think right before Mexico, the weekend right before Mexico or after.
Hackler's my
I don't.
favorite. Oh, we played Hackler before Savannah.
Yeah, but I think we played again. Austin and I played again. Yeah, it was right before Mexico. So I remember he showed me the playlist that he was going to play at the wedding reception.
Mm,
So it was like the
mm.
weekend right before that. But I haven't played that since. But yeah, Hackler's mad nice, dude. Low key. Low key is
I think
super.
they're the best course in Myrtle.
Um,
All things
like
considered, bang for your buck, best course in Myrtle.
oh yeah, best like dude. If we're paying like $35 a round, it's the best $35 course by far. Like I think it's better than most like courses that are like $70 at a lot of places.
Exactly,
Like the one I
exactly.
play
And
in
I pay full
Wilmington's
price, and
80.
I'm still saying that. I pay like $50 when I play there, and I'm
You don't
still
even
saying
have
that.
to, dude. You can
I
just
know.
like if you get your tea time online, you can always pay like $30. It's nice.
Mm,
Um,
yeah, dude.
my
It's
favorite course in Myrtle is probably Wild Wing, or
oh, I hate Wild Wing.
I love Wild Wing, dude,
No
because the holes
turn, and I
there.
hate it.
Yeah, that's what I hate. I hate courses that don't have a turn. I think West Course doesn't have a turn either, or it's Kings North. One of those doesn't have a turn.
Kings North
Um,
has a turn.
Kings North does. I think West Course does too. I think it's what's the other one?
I don't know.
Palmetto
I
or
only know
South
Kings
Creek?
North because we played
South Creek.
Kings North when I was there.
Um, but yeah, I like Wild Wing a lot because it's just I think it's fun. It's a little bit longer, which is kind of fun for me. I like courses, dude. Jake and I were actually talking about this. My favorite course is where on a par four I can hit like a nice tee shot, like if I hit a tank of a drive, and it's still like I'm between like a 7 or an 8 iron for my second shot. I don't like when I'm like teeing off on every hole and I'm like, all right, fucking 56 or pitching wedge into the green. Like I
Yeah.
like still having like a decently deep second shot where I'm like, all right, I'm like 155 out. Like let's throw a dart. Like that's my
Yeah,
favorite golf shot.
I like an 8 iron.
Yeah, yeah. A 7 and an 8 are like my favorite to swing, but I probably swing my 5 the most just because I
I
use that in
swing
the
my
tee box.
6 the most just because I'm most comfortable with it. And I know all my clubs are the same, and it's something that I'm working on with my therapist.
Yeah. I mean, it's
um
probably just the angle of your club you see makes you feel more comfortable.
I just
The
get the
angle
6
of
in
the
my
6
hand, and
iron.
I'm like, this is what I'm supposed to be swinging every time. I should swing a
This is
6
the
every
way.
single time, literally. But here's the thing:
Yeah.
if I swung a 6 every time, I'm basically like hitting par fours in 2 shots. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a 350-yard par four, that's two 175 shots.
Yeah. That's 6 iron off the tee twice. You're on the green in regulation.
Yeah.
Um,
And I'm probably
dude,
straight. That's why I like going
Yeah,
iron off the tee box. I
off
was
the tee
actually
because you're
looking at driving irons today for shits and giggles.
yeah, like the
I'm
hybrid.
not gonna buy one. No, they make like irons that are like 2 irons that are special
Oh
for
yeah,
for
yeah.
driving. Thinking about snagging one of those bad boys.
I
Should
mean,
probably
at
go
that
hit
point,
one first.
yeah, I was gonna say they're probably tough to hit because they're long, but like at that point, dude, like if I'm 5 iron off the tee on most par fours, unless it's like a wide open fairway or like the whole plays to my swing with a driver.
Yeah, I'm taking a 4 most of the time.
Yeah, it's the four I hang left like, and I crush my 4 iron, but I can't straighten it out. The five is like the sweet spot for me where I can crush it and still,
I hope I can hit my 4 straight.
dude. Oh my god! So we hit the turn, and what the course we played had like I told you it had like 2 holes that were closed, so we had to play like we had to go
Yeah,
play the third set for 2 and then come back. So like we just figured it out on 18 birdies to we switched like the par threes and the par fives so it would even out. And we like make the turn and there was somebody behind us like screaming on his phone at like right in the middle of Jake's backswing too. And we were just like, what the fuck? Get around. Jake hits a shot and it goes like into the left, like over a little like ridge, and it's like sitting there. It's like still a playable ball. And the same people like behind us that were being low key annoying turned all the way around to go back because they were done and just like picked up Jake's ball and pocketed it and drove away and sitting there like
jeez,
in the middle of the fairway. And I was like, I tried to yell to him, I was like, yo, but like obviously a lot louder. And there's like no chance they heard me. But it was like, oh, Titleist, hell yeah. And Jake's just sitting there like, all right, well, I guess I'm taking a drop. I was like, bro, why do
people, man.
you think you see a ball like out in the middle of like a hole that's being played, and you're just like, ah, that must not be anyone's ball.
Yeah, I always like err on the side of caution. I generally now like I leave balls. I'm like that could be somebody's most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, unless it's like tucked away in the woods or something. Like
Right,
if it's like
right.
in play or like under a tree or something, I'm just gonna assume someone shanked one. Like I don't need a ball
Yeah,
that
and they're
bad.
coming to look for it,
Yeah, right.
and they're gonna be hype if they find it. And I want everybody to have a good time.
Yeah, dude, I want everybody to
Y'all
find their
having a good
balls.
time?
We the next time you find your way down here, we got to play the course that we played though, because it's pretty nice. And it was like there was one hole that was like so the trees were so narrow on the tee box, but it like the fairway wasn't that narrow, but it like dude, tee shots sounded like bombs going off. It was awesome. It just like the
Mm,
sound would bounce off the tree. Like I hit a fucking shot, and Jake was like, it sounded like somebody just shot a 12 gauge right next to us, dude.
dude, and my driver's loud when I hit it.
Yeah. Have you ever heard Trevor's driver? He
Maybe.
has that like square. Well, I don't know if he still has it. We haven't played in I don't know how long, but he used to have that square like Nike one.
I don't think I have.
Oh, dude, it was like it was an explosion, bro. I remember the first time he hit a tee shot with that. I think it was like me, Jake, and Jordan, and a few other guys playing at Hackler, and he hits it, and I was just like, dude, my chest just like exploded. Never heard a driver sound like that before.
I'm excited to get out there tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm playing the course I'm playing is very narrow and it's in the woods.
Narrow and in the woods.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna be able to hit the range.
Why? Oh yeah, because it's so early. Have you played this course before?
Once when they had just got bought in by new ownership and it was still under construction. Like one of the
Uh,
greens was under construction, so they literally just spray painted a big circle in the middle of the fairway, and the fairway was like all patchy.
oh, that's tough.
But it's supposed to be nice now. We'll see. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
I think I played there like October 2021.
Oh, so it has been a while.
Yeah. Like when I first moved in, I think I got like a late season round in
Round
there.
in. Where was the
And that's
one
the
you
thing.
and I played last? One last August.
Where?
It was like 15 minutes from your house.
Valley Brook.
Valley Brook.
That's where I
That
just
was
played with Hampson and Owen.
okay.
That's
Yeah.
where we played when we met
with the two
Jaws.
rant. Oh no, I'm thinking of the one we
Same
played
course.
with the random dad and son. Was that the same course?
Yeah, same course.
Oh,
Yep, yep,
okay.
yep, yep,
Okay.
yep. Yeah, we've
Yeah, that
played
course is
that
nice.
one, and we've also played at Westwood.
Where was Westwood?
That was
Oh,
like
by Cassandra's?
25 or 30 minutes. No, Valley Brook is where Cassandra lives.
Oh, I have no idea where, like any sort of geological location
But
in
yeah, I
New
wouldn't
Jersey.
expect you to. I wouldn't expect you to. But
I
yeah, I
don't
think
know.
we've only played those two courses. Valley Brook's all right. It's kind of a boring course because it's
It
like,
gave me River Oaks vibes from Myrtle
yeah,
Beach a little bit.
one is straight. Two is a solid par five, and then like three is a short par three, and then four is just like a par four right next to it, and five is a par three right next to that, and then six you just
Oh,
go
so
like
they're
up
true
the hill.
links.
Yeah, you go up the hill, down the hill for seven, up the hill for eight, down the hill for nine, up the hill for 10, halfway back the hill for 11, and then a par three to 12. So like that's so boring. It's just up and down the same hill every time. It's
Yeah,
beat. And then but then 13 is a good par four, and then 14 is like where I started my run. And I like that part of the course. Like that par three and then the dog leg left, and then it's another dog leg left, par five, and then like a solid par four to finish it up. Like I like that part of the course, but like 6 through 12 is just so shit.
it's the same hole back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of how the one that I had growing up was. Until you got to the back nine, because the back nine you crossed this road, and then the hill. It was like a giant hill, so you had to go like up a mountain, kind of to the right, and then you play like a huge dog leg left par five. And at the end of that hole was the trail that connected the golf course to my house. So it was like, oh, dude, I like we used to ride snowmobiles on the whole like after that all the time, and it was like straight downhill. Par or no, the first one was a par four. The second one was a par five because we used to ride the golf carts down the hill and throw it in neutral and see how far you could go and fast you could go down the
Yeah.
hill. So fun, dude. The back nine was so much better at my home course. It's called Sycamore. I think they just redid it, but
Yeah. I like all the shit courses that I grew up by more than I like
low
Valley
key,
Brook.
low key, like the home like shit courses where you kind of like I don't know if it's nostalgia, but like grew up playing golf, like learned how to play golf, the best. Those are my
Yeah, I
favorite
don't
types
have
of
the same
courses.
relationships with my home courses. I mean, I don't play at the one that like I would say I like grew up on, and I didn't really grow up on a golf course. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
played a little bit in high school, and then I just kind of started hitting them and stuff. Um, I never like played. I didn't like learn as a kid or anything like that.
No,
Um,
I never learned. I would just that's where my first job was. So I was like, yeah, I'll pick it up, and
yeah,
then I started
yeah.
playing, and I was like, oh, I love this shit.
My two Owen and Timmy both worked at the golf course, so like I'd hang out there with them, but that was it.
Yeah,
I'd eat chicken tenders.
chicken tendies. Oh my god, I used to steal like little Snickers bars on like I would come in to fill
Oh,
the
why
water
wouldn't
jugs,
you?
and I'd be like, yeah, I'll take a Snickers. Like, all right, it's worth it.
Yeah, yeah.
Get a
How
little
could you
snack.
not?
My
You've
friend
earned
who
it.
lived right across the street, like we were pretty good friends growing up. Like, and his dad was a huge golfer, obviously, because they lived like next to the golf course. He got a job there doing the same thing I did, so we would work like events and stuff. Whenever they had like a tournament, we'd always like fill all the cards and just help with like general labor stuff. But it was so fun, dude, because we would just like fuck off all day and get paid like $7 an hour and just
And
have
dude,
a blast.
how amazing is that? $7 an hour, and you were like, "Word,
Yeah.
this is good
I was
living,
like,
dude. I'm getting
this is
paid."
fueling my Cumberland Farms slushy and Dunkin' Donuts like donut meal like every day for the summer. I'm
Yep,
gonna wake up. My mom's gonna drive me to the town because she's going through town anyways on her way to work. I'm gonna fucking ride my BMX bike around all day. I'm gonna get a donut and a slushy, and I'll work 7 hours a week or 8 hours a week at this golf course for like $50.
yep, worth it.
Yep, it was great, dude. Speaking of, my bike is whew, she's feisty, dude. We went for a
Yeah,
ride after I got it, like
the
obviously
new
like ready to
chain.
ride again. I got the new chain on. We went for like a 5 mile ride because there's a park across the street from us that just like the road loops around this giant lake, and we're like, yeah, we'll go for a ride, and we're just like we just kept going. Bro, I got off that thing and we went across the street to the bar after with one of Maggie's friends. I'm sitting there, bro. I'm like, my hands are hurting from like just being cramped for being in this.
Yeah.
Like my butthole hurts because I can't sit on the seat. I have to stand up and like I'm sweating,
Oh
dude.
man,
I'm like,
not the
I used to,
butthole.
yeah, oh, dude, the butthole sweat is unreal when you're on one of those BMX bikes. The chafing, you got to sit down on that little ass
Y-
seat where it's just like the
Yeah, yeah. The
that's the
chafing
worst.
gets me bad. I got some thick thighs. They steady rub together.
Steady chafing, dude. But it
Yeah, I
was a
get
lot of
bad
fun.
chafing.
But the next day we went to the like a coffee shop on our bikes, and I was like, all right, like I gotta take like a day off because my muscles be hurting from this, bro.
Yeah.
This is no joke.
And she's probably chilling, right? Because she
Oh,
don't got a
big
pedal
chilling on
like
her
that.
beach cruiser, dude. She's like
Yeah.
sitting there all happy, just looking around, and I'm sitting like, oof, oof, oof. Like, putting it. I'm on a 28 tooth fucking sprocket, dude. That's like
Yeah.
that big, maybe. I'm putting in
Yeah.
3 pedals next to her, like half a pedal.
I mean, it's fun to play on.
Oh, it's so fun to play on, dude.
Not as good for cruising.
I still got it in me, bro. I was throwing out a few tricks here and there,
Yeah, I'm
off
sure
a
you were.
curb and throwing in a 180.
Ooh.
I haven't attempted a 360 yet because I'm scared, but
Yeah, I wouldn't
I'm
either.
gonna get a little more comfortable and then we might try that.
I was gonna say you've been on this bike for 2 days. I don't know if you're ready for a 360.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I used to do this 10 years ago. I'll be fine. I
Yeah,
break
it's
my shoulder.
like riding a bike, right?
Yeah, just throwing backflips. Yo, Maggie, watch me tail whip off this fucking 17 stair, bro. Break my neck.
That'd be the thing. You would get severely injured.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, bro. Dude, there was this one time, I feel like I might have told this story before, but I was riding my bike to soccer practice. We had doubles that day, so it was like 5:30 in the morning. Riding my bike to the school, and I had like a gallon of water in my backpack, like my cleats, obviously, shorts, like shit to change into, and I just had like regular gym shorts and like a t-shirt on, not my like practice stuff. But I'm going on my bike like down the middle of the road. It's super early, and I'm kind of just doing like that thing like you do on a bike where you kind of just like like this, like
Yeah, yeah,
super
yeah.
casual, not going fast or anything. You're just chilling, like looking around, having a good time. I did that, dude, and I turned like this, and my bars folded in like this, and I fucking like my hands were stuck holding onto my bars crossed like this, and just went right over the top of the bars, dude, and just like skidded on the ground for like a
At a
foot and a
babe.
half. Got up, took it like a champ, got it up, dude, just like rode it back to, kept going to practice or whatever, and I get there and like my whole like cheekbone was just like swollen, and my coach was like, "Did you get in a fight?" Like he genuinely thought I was like wouldn't tell him like I got in a fight with somebody. I was like, "No, dude, I literally fell off my bike like 20 minutes ago, like on my
Yeah,
way here. Thanks for
freshly fell
waking
off
me
my
up for
bike.
a 7 a.m. practice, dude."
Yeah. Dude, when we were younger, I remember Timmy was like, "Bro, if you like move your handlebars back and forth really fast, like you can go, like you can propel yourself to like go on your bike."
Oh
And like
god.
we did it, and like we all did it. And I remember he used to be obsessed with it. He was like, "Nee, nee, 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 nee," and just went too far one time and over his handlebars, and I was laughing my ass off.
Yeah, dude, that's when we were just deer in the headlights, like over the handlebars. That's the scariest
Facts.
fucking part, like way to fall off a bike, in my opinion.
My boy loosened my front tire up because we would always like just try to ride wheelies. So he loosened my shit up, and I went and popped up into a wheelie, and my front wheel didn't come off the ground.
Oh man, just straight forks into concrete.
Well, I was able to be like, all right, I'm just gonna go like into this wheelie and bail out the back.
Yeah, that could have been bad. One of those wheelies where you just don't get it up either, so you're just like
Yeah,
instantly
yeah,
go
yeah.
back down, just off a tire. Oh man,
Friends, man,
friends, they want to see you burn,
they do want to see you
especially
burn,
on
and they're the
BMX
best thing
bikes.
for you.
Yeah. What else we got?
YouTube, been
What
watching
about
lots
you?
of YouTube. That's all I got.
Is
Um,
that what we were talking about?
maybe.
I knew it
So
would
I
come at
was
some
on
point.
YouTube. I popped on YouTube and I saw like Bob Does Sports and Christian Pulisic, and I was like, oh okay.
It's out. Is
And
that up?
yeah, it's on Grant Horvat's site, and it's Grant Horvat versus Bob and
And
Christian.
Christian?
Yeah, in a scramble.
Oh fuck! I'm watching that tonight for
Yeah.
sure, dude.
So I watched that. So then it recommended for me today from Grant Horvat's site. It was like YouTube Golf Championship featuring Bob Does Sports. So
Oh,
it's
with Fat
Bob and
Perez?
yeah, so it's Joey and Bob, and they're like commentating, and
Yeah, I watched that
it's
one.
like
It's so
a
good,
two and a
dude.
half hour episode.
Yep. That's my shit to watch at night, dude. Literally, like sometimes Maggie, because every time we go to bed, her head will hit the pillow in 10 minutes. She's out, so I'm usually just like, all right, I'll watch like
Yeah,
my YouTube shit, and it's either this MLB The Show streamer or like golf, like YouTube golf like that. And it's always like Bob Does Sports is my priority, like YouTube golf. I always watch them first. But then if I'm caught up on those, I'll watch like Good or Grant Horvat or like there's a few others that I've seen some of. But I mean the Barstool golf guys just aren't, I feel like they're okay, but they're not as good as Bob Does Sports or Good or anything like that. Like
Yeah,
they're
I
not,
only
their
watch
content's
really
just not
Bob
as
Does
good.
Sports. Well, I just actually lied because I just told everybody that I watched these 2 episodes of Grant Horvat, and I mean they were decent, but I'm not. I mean, I don't love Grant himself. You know what I mean?
No, Bob Does Sports crew is the best because I feel
Yeah,
like they're the most relatable,
yeah, and the most entertaining,
most
from like a
entertaining.
pure
Yeah,
entertainment value.
yeah.
But I'll
Have you
watch
ever
like
watched their
New Heights.
podcast?
No, I didn't know there was a podcast.
Yeah, they upload it on their YouTube channel like every now and then, but it's
Yo,
actually
is it
really good.
true that Bob owns Breezy Golf?
I think he's like, I don't know if owns it or if he's partnered with them, but they're pretty much one and one. Like all of their merch and stuff is Breezy.
Mm. Yeah, I could have swore that Grant had said like, oh, like Bob like owns Breezy, like go get some to support him, blah blah blah. I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, they have like the have a day stuff and like their shirts that
Yeah,
they put out. That's all Breezy Golf. I think he might own it. I'm not sure, but he's like definitely a big part of that brand because I think that's he
yeah,
had his Bob Does Sports or whatever his name is on Instagram and then the Breezy Golf Instagram account.
yeah, yeah. Um, I'll watch Bob Does Sports, and then I'll watch like New Heights on there and the Footballers. Sometimes I'll
Mm-hmm.
watch Greenlight Pod. Um, I'll just like watch my podcast basically because I don't really listen to podcasts. I don't have a commute or anything anymore,
Well, dude,
and I don't listen when I work.
remember a while ago when you were saying how you mostly just listen to podcasts because they're usually on in the car, and I was like, oh, I'm a big watcher because like I just watch them when I work from home.
Yeah,
Dude, watching podcasts is so much better.
it is.
It's so much
Because you
better.
can
Like,
watch it and they all have like you can either like see the people talking, and like gives it like a different perspective, honestly, if you can see the people. Um of like the Footballers, they have a bunch of animations and shit that they use. And, like all the drops have a visual setting to them too.
yeah,
Um and like it's just better like that. Like even I'll listen to like 'cause I've been into fantasy football, so I'll listen to their Footballers Dynasty and their DFS and like betting podcast, and those aren't on video. They just have like the
oh, they're just all
podcast
audio.
logo is on there, and it's basically and it's audio only. And like I
Yeah,
still watch it on YouTube.
that's how I watch like my the Michael K show. Like he'll post like highlights, but it's never. I mean, some of them are like in studio talking, but that's if it's
Right,
uploaded by like a fan or something. But his are
right.
just like the Orioles recap was a picture of Sevy, and it was just his audio. That's what I was listening to while I was finishing up work today, actually.
Mm, yeah,
But I don't mind that either because it's like also gives me a reason to not be distracted and like watch while I work.
exactly,
Like it's like, oh, I can just listen to this and do my shit instead of like do my
exactly.
shit and like try and catch like follow it. Because I have the TV above me, so I just like work here and then have that on. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I want to hear this bit from Lil Sasquatch or Roan.
Yeah, that's true. I don't have a TV in my office, and I think that's probably for the best.
Yeah, there are some times where I have to literally like pause what I'm watching and turn it off and be like, all right, I need to bang this out.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I think so. I was telling Lex actually. I think I want to put like hardwood over the carpet underneath my desk, just for like rolling around and stuff on my chair.
Oh yeah, it's probably
I
pretty
think it'll
tough
be
on
better
carpet.
than rolling on carpet.
You should just get one of those chair mat things.
I have one, and here's the thing: because it's on, I've had it for a while, and because it's on carpet, I have like indents in it, and it's cracked a bunch.
So just get a new one.
Well, I don't want to have to keep buying a new one. That's the thing.
Yeah, but putting
I
like
already
hardwood
have
floors
hardwood
in there is
floor. I
probably gonna be
already
pretty
have
expensive.
hardwood
Oh, you
floor.
do?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I was gonna put a bar in my basement, so my parents had some leftover. They gave it to me, so I could just snap some of that together and put it
Yeah.
underneath my desk. I should have included that part.
I was gonna say doing the whole room over too would be.
No, yeah, I'm just gonna do like a small square, like underneath my desk.
That's pretty smart. That's kind of cool. And then you just put one of those like dividers on it, right, where the carpet meets the wood.
Yeah, if I want to, I might even not even go that deep.
Well, that
Oh
because
no, no, no!
those
I'm
things.
just gonna put it over the carpet, and then when we move out, I'm gonna unsnap it and take it with me.
Oh, true, true. You're not gonna take the carpet out underneath.
No, 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 no. That seems like a lot.
Yeah.
But I did think about it.
Well, it's good you had that thought. You
Yeah.
weighed your options.
Yeah, I did. I did. And I was like, ah, that seems like a lot of work and like a pretty serious change and like a whole renovation that I would have to like do like now
Just to be able to
before
roll
I'm back in
around
the
in my
office.
yeah,
I can snap some pieces together.
pretty quickly.
Yeah,
When
might
do you
do it
have to
this
be
week.
back in the office?
I'm not going back until September after Labor Day. We got that
Oh,
Monday off. I
nice.
go back Tuesday. Dude, I'll tell you what. I've been itching to work.
Really?
Yeah,
Or
I
is
don't
it? Do you have like anxiety of not having like? You're always like, are you always like, oh, I wonder like what I'm gonna have to do when I get back to work, like what my workload's gonna be when I get back. Like I'm missing all.
know. I'm just like excited to grind.
Really?
Yeah, I have like. I think it's because me and Lex have been watching this show called Suits.
Yeah.
It's about lawyers and stuff, but they're like the best in the world, and it's like ignited this like competitive nature or reignited this competitive nature in me, and like it makes me want to just like go back and kill it and like be like the best at what I do.
That's pretty fire to have
Yeah,
that.
yeah. But
Just
here's
that
the
super
thing.
shot of motivation.
Yeah, the only bad part is that it's like I know that like that would require me putting in long hours, which is like so counterintuitive to like how I know that I want to live my life.
Yeah. Well, you bang it out for a few years though, and like
I
you
know
can really reap the
that's
repercussions.
the other thing. It's like risk reward.
Right. Yeah. It's dude. I've been actually thinking a lot about like the financial state of like our country right now
Yeah,
and the whole like housing market and inflation and everything. And it's really been bumming me out. I think it was this one video I watched the other day where it was like showing like comparing the stats of the Great Depression financial crisis to like now, and it was like
yeah.
there's one stat where it was like the average um like yearly income for
The
somebody
median
going through the
income
median income for somebody going through the Great Depression was like 300
4,000,
bucks or yeah 3,000 4,000 and equivalent that equivalent today is like $88,000 a
88.
year.
Yeah,
And
I saw
I
the
don't even
same
make
thing.
I don't make close to $88,000 a year right now, dude. Like I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, I'm like, that included with the price of rent, like I'm paying basically a mortgage right now in rent, like a
But you've
mortgage
got
from
no
even 10,
house.
15 years ago. I've got no house. Like it's not,
And
I'm not
you
investing
can't
into
even afford a
anything.
house because you can't afford the whatever the down payment is.
Right. And it's like, I can't even get them. Well, it's not that I would know. I haven't like applied for a mortgage or anything, but like people our age right now are having trouble getting mortgages because of like financial reasons like that. But on top of that, they're basically paying a mortgage and rent. So it's like
Yeah,
so
they're paying more than a
counterproductive,
mortgage
dude.
and rent.
Yeah, bro. It's
For sure,
crazy.
because if I like at least I know in Jersey that's a 100% fact because we were looking to rent before we bought a house. Like, you know, when you want to move in with somebody, the first thing that you do isn't buy a house; it's rent a
Right.
place together. And so we wanted to rent, but we couldn't because it was COVID and shit, and everybody was like fleeing the city. So people had bread, and it would be couples who were paying more than 2 grand each in the city. Now we're like, okay, we're gonna go get a house somewhere in Jersey, and like the house would go on up for like 2,400, which is more than her and I could have even afford. But we're like, all
Right.
right, it's like our only shot, and that people would come in offering 3,000 a month, and they're like, yeah, sorry, we're not even gonna entertain you.
Yeah. And to
And
begin,
now
like
I'm paying not
2,400 a
even
month
two
to begin
thousand
is
for a
insane.
mortgage.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. It's so ass backwards, bro.
Yeah,
Like our generation, like it gets me so mad when like older people are always like, "Oh, well, you just like your generation doesn't work hard and stuff." It's
it's
like, dude,
ridiculous,
you
dude.
have no idea like what we could have done. Like, dude, people who didn't go to college 40, 30 years ago and had like a factory job that they just worked their whole life could afford like to have a house and have multiple cars and have a pool. It's like, dude, could you imagine being like of like working for UPS right now and like being able to afford all that? Like it's impossible, dude.
Yeah, there's no way.
There's no shot. Like
I
you
think
have
trades are the
had
way
it
to go.
yeah, especially now with like how automated like a lot of jobs are becoming.
Yeah, if you're good at like a good trade, dude,
Yeah.
like
That's
electric or
why
plumbing or something like that.
I kind of wish, like, I mean, even this is probably going to become automated eventually, but like, I kind of wish I knew more about like coding and engineering
Yeah.
because, like, I feel like
Yeah,
that's
you
going to
could
be
probably
something
well,
that's
here's the
always
thing,
going to
you
be
could probably
around.
have AI write a code for
Code,
you.
right?
Hey, AI, I need a code that does X, Y, and Z. Oh, okay, here you go.
Yep,
But here's
that's
the thing,
it.
you're never gonna be like, hey, AI, I need you to wire this house.
Yeah,
Hey, AI,
this
I
is
need you to like install plumbing system.
yeah. Like that's always gonna be, or hey AI, I need you to like, this is dark, but like bury dead people. Like that job is always gonna be around because people are gonna always be dying. Like working in a cemetery.
Yeah, you're always gonna have to bury bodies for the mafia.
Well, we're eventually gonna run out of space to bury people, so
Yeah, just start burning them.
yeah. But isn't that like pretty bad for the environment too?
I mean, probably, but I'm willing to risk it.
We just need to find a way to like open a portal. Like
Yeah,
imagine if trash cans 125 years from now are just little like portals, like brick portals where you can just throw shit out and just goes into the void of space forever.
that'd be crazy. There's just so
Take a
much
trip through your
garbage,
trash
dude.
can. Yeah, dude, it's bad,
Like,
and it's
there's
not
so
gonna.
much waste in this world.
It's. I feel bad. I mean, I literally feel bad just drinking these water bottles because of it, dude.
Well, you're better off throwing them in the garbage and recycling them.
Right. That's the other thing.
Because they just, most of that time, the recycle just gets fucking dumped offshore to like a third world country.
Yeah, I saw that. Were you the one that sent that video where it's like,
I don't know.
I think you sent us a video where it was like, asking people like, "Oh, do you recycle? Do you recycle or whatever?" Blah 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 blah, and then he goes into like explaining how like it just literally gets shipped off and dumped into a third world country,
Yep. And then
and
it
it's not
goes into
actually.
their lakes and then just into the ocean. And it's like, all right, well, that was useless.
Yeah,
Lex sent it to me, I think. So I texted her, or I said, I like replied to her, and I was like, word, this means we only have to take we only have one garbage night now. And she was like, well, we still got to recycle like cardboard and shit like that. And I was like, fuck, you're right.
yeah. It's crazy. Sometimes when I take the garbage out to my place, people are just throwing the most random shit back there, like
Oh, I believe it.
TVs and fucking couches and just everything you can imagine, dude. There's been
Yeah,
times where I'll
dude.
go
Well, like
back there and be like, "This desk is perfectly fine." Like,
shit just gets like used and outdated and shit, and people just want new stuff. That's what people do.
yeah,
They
yep.
get new things. Nobody wants to like.
Speaking of capitalism and new stuff, did you see my Instagram story about how the
I
Yankees have
did.
that patch now on their shit?
Yeah, yeah. The
I
Mets
hate
have
it,
have
dude.
had one all year, and it was so big and obnoxious at first that like the fans were like, "Bro, this is ridiculous," and they shrunk it.
Yeah, dude. I thought the Yankees wouldn't succumb to being fucking bozos and doing shit like that because this is
You can't even put your name on the back of a jersey, but you're gonna put this fucking company who just
not
throws
even
money
that.
at
I
you.
like that we don't have our names on the back of our
Right,
jersey.
right. So
That's what
why the
keeps
fuck
it
would you want
right.
like? I feel like to the players, just like, oh,
Kind of a fuck
me
you,
who
like
like
saying
makes you all your fucking money, who makes the badge worth anything. Because without the players, like the badge isn't worth fucking shit. You're not even gonna have a sponsorship on the sleeve, but I can't
right.
have my name on the jersey.
Well, not even that, dude. I just think it ruins the tradition of the
It
Yankees,
does.
like
It's always just been NY or like
NY
Yankees.
pinstripes. I mean, now that the league wide have the Nike symbol on them, I don't. That doesn't bother me. But
No.
like when we start doing fucking like patches like that for a fucking like consulting company or insurance company, I'm like, you're really selling out, dude. Like you're $1 billion company. Like basically, you don't need
Yeah.
a fucking
More
patch on
money.
your arm, right, dude? Fucking, I
Yeah.
love advertisements though. Got to see every single one I possibly fucking can. Dude, the whole like advertising shit has really gotten on my nerves lately. Like, I want to physically fight the guy who thought mid-video advertisements and YouTube videos were like
Oh my
the
god, dude, and
thing.
they're not letting you skip them anymore.
It's so annoying, dude.
All day,
Like,
like today, and I think maybe yesterday too. Like every time I watch a video now, it's like normally you get two ads, and you could skip the first one after 5 or 6 seconds, right?
right.
And you're like, all right, then you're done. And now it's like two 15-second plus videos, and you can't skip them. There's no skip option.
Yep. It's like, all right, we will cut down to 1 minute of ad time, but there's two, and you can't skip them this time.
Yeah,
It's so frustrating, dude. I'm like, it's like I don't
Dookie.
want to have to sleep next to my remote and have to keep like skipping these every 5 minutes, dude.
Yeah.
All
Just
right,
give me ads in the beginning.
start me with one in the beginning or throw one at the end. But when it like goes from just no
Well, that's
warning,
how
like
they
oh
try to
here's an
push you to
ad,
get YouTube, whatever.
YouTube TV or YouTube Red or whatever it's called,
Yeah,
which I'm
YouTube
considering doing
subscription.
because if Andy comes here, he's like, well, if he is moving here, he's like, we should just split like YouTube TV for our shit and like just start our own account. I was like, yeah, that would be dope because then we get all the NFL shit and then just like regular TV on top of
Yeah,
that.
it's low key bread for the NFL package.
Oh, really? It doesn't just come with YouTube TV subscription?
Nah, I looked into it. You gotta like pay for the YouTube TV subscription, which is like $70 in itself, and then you have to pay like $300 for the package. Yeah, yeah, you should look into it before you say that's what I'm gonna do.
Crack
So
streams it is.
yeah, well, see, so I do Sling, and Sling's not bad.
That gives you the red zone, right?
Yeah, Sling gets me red zone, but it doesn't get me like all the out of market games, which like sometimes I end up streaming stuff. But so Sling gets me. You pay like 35 or something like that for Sling for the package, and then you have to pay like an extra 10 or 15 for the package with red zone. So or maybe 20. So it comes out to like 55 or 50 total a month. So do that for like 4 months or whatever, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you just
And
cancel it after football
cancel it.
season?
Yeah. And then so that gets me like red zone. Basically, it gets me red zone. That is the cheapest way to get red zone.
Even
Done
then,
my
that's still pretty.
research.
If you just want red zone, I don't know why they don't just offer that. Like, pay twenty
Offer
five
that.
bucks
Offer
a
it like they
year.
do MLB TV. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but even, dude, the
Dude,
whole
make red zone $100 for the year. I'm buying it.
yes, dude, yes, make it MLB version or football version of MLB TV with no blackout restrictions, and I will pay
Yeah.
$100 a year for that.
Oh,
Easy.
dude, easy. If it was just red zone, I'd pay 100 a year for that. But if you're gonna give me like all the out of market games too,
Well,
yeah,
not even that. Just like like pick your favorite team. So you always have like if the Birds are playing in like fucking LA or some out of market team,
Kansas City.
Kansas
Well,
City,
that would
just
probably
be
be like a
like
primetime
that's
game, but you know what I mean.
yeah, but
Indianapolis.
Indianapolis, yeah, they're out on like a 4 o'clock game, and it's not going to be on Fox, CBS, or fucking what
Yeah,
ABC or whatever. Like, I'll take that in red zone, $100 a year, dude. I don't like I can janky stream the other games if I really need to.
yeah, yeah. That's the thing. See, so like with Sling, you don't get local CBS or local Fox. You get like CBS News and Fox News. You get their national web or national channels, and that's it. So I don't
Right.
get local Fox. So I can't watch the Birds on Sling. But I just saw like those like if I when I want to watch the Birds, I generally have to stream it off of Fox Sports,
Yeah,
which
which
isn't that
isn't that
bad.
bad. No.
But there's a little bit of a
Although
delay.
delay, and I was watching the All-Star game on Fox Sports last night, and it was literally freezing more so than my janky stream would. I'm like, what the fuck is even the point?
The janky streams for Red Zone are too terrible for me, dude. They're painful.
They are pretty painful. I mean, mine weren't that bad last year, but it is annoying when you have to get up like every 15 minutes and refresh.
Yep.
Like if I'm
Yep.
sitting on the couch and I'm trying to veg out, I don't want to have to like wait to see
Exactly,
what
dude, and it's
happens.
worth it. The 55 a month or whatever it is worth it.
Yeah. Um, they
But I
should
mean, if
just
you and
do
Andy
one
splitted
full
that,
package, dude.
I
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
know.
If we split it, it wouldn't be that bad. Like $35 a month.
Yeah.
Wouldn't I probably wouldn't get the NFL
Yeah.
shit though. Ugh, we're getting screwed with streaming, bro. We say this a
I
lot,
know.
but it's so
Yeah.
annoying.
Yeah. It's terrible. I can't wait for football season though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's for damn sure. I'm gonna have to get on my best ball shit because I haven't put any in yet.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start another one. I've only done one. This one that I made is my first one. Want to see how my team is so far? Let me pull it
Yeah,
up.
let me hear your team.
I kind of like stopped caring halfway through, honestly.
Through your best ball.
Yeah, I'm not like thinking that much about it. I'm just like, whatever, dude. This is who's there. That's who I'm gonna pick. So I was the 102. Justin Jefferson went first, and instead of taking CMC, I took Jamar Chase.
Don't hate that.
But then there was no running backs that I really liked. No, that's not true. There were running backs that I liked at the back of the second, but I took DK Metcalf because I was between him and T Higgins at receiver, and I was like, well, I have Chase, so I don't want Higgins. So I'm
Right.
going to take DK and then just play whoever comes back to me comes back to me. And then next guy went Higgins, Mark Andrews, so I got my pick of the litter. So I took Derrick Henry.
Ooh, okay.
And then
In the
Mike
third round?
Williams, yeah. And then the next time it came back to me, I took Mike Williams and then Justin Herbert, so I got that little stack. Jordan Addison, Minnesota rookie receiver. Dallas Goedert, Samaje Perine, Sky Moore, Dalton Kincaid, Kendre Miller, Derek Carr, and Van Jefferson.
It's not a bad little squad, dude. That like 1 through 6 is pretty nice.
Yeah.
I
Yes, wide
feel like Derrick
receiver.
Henry in the third round is pretty solid value.
Yeah. Derrick Henry in the third round, and then Samaje, who might be the starter in Denver, and then Kendre. But there's new news out of the Alvin Kamara
For
case that
Kamara,
he
I heard
he like
pleaded no
pled no
contest or something.
contest to the felony and he pled guilty to a misdemeanor. But like that's way different when it comes to getting a suspension.
Yeah, yeah. What does pleading no contest even mean?
They dropped the case.
Oh, the charges were dropped.
Yeah, something or like same like basic premise. Like you're not saying you're guilty, but you're not saying that you're not guilty and we're going to let it go. But
Right.
he also paid $100,000 fine to for medical expenses to this guy. So
Damn.
it's like because like when you sign like like a settlement, like cuz that's what it is, he settled.
Right.
And so like when you sign that, it's like okay, you have to put in a plea as well.
Right.
Um
So they're
because like
probably
I
just
said, I'm
like, all
watching
right,
this show
say
about lawyers now, and they're like, okay, we're gonna make them settle. I literally was just watching this, and this guy's like, all right, we're gonna get these company to settle for 40,000, and his like the lawyer above him's like, dude, they would give you 10 times that, and they won't even think about it. He was like, I know, but I'm gonna make it so that they have to plead guilty as well. And he was like, well, they're not gonna want to do that, even if it's just 40,000. And he was like, well, I want them to say that they're guilty anyway because they are, and they're a bunch of dirty, rotten bastards.
it sounds
He
like a
was
pretty
like,
good show.
just say that they're going to settle for 400 and no contest.
You know how guilty you got to be if you're willing to pay like an extra like 100 grand on top of that just to not have to say that you're guilty.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's most settlements. I feel like, but
Exactly. But I don't know, it's good. It is a good show. It's called Suits.
Suits.
I
What's it
watch it on
on?
Peacock and Netflix.
Peacock. All right.
Well, we don't watch it on Netflix anymore, but it's on Peacock, but that has ads too. That has commercials.
Yeah, Peacock doesn't really annoy me though.
No.
Their ads aren't too bad.
Nah. It's like a minute of ads or
Yeah.
less. It's not as bad as watching cable.
HBO's where it's at. They ain't got none of that shit.
HBO's good, but they like only have HBO stuff, and I don't want to only watch HBO stuff.
Yeah, but like their HBO stuff is good. It's like niche, like good stuff.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
most
but you
shows
gotta
on
find
there are
it.
pretty good. Like all like the what's it called? Like Game of Thrones and Last of Us. Like those are all like top tier shows. So
Yeah,
every time I go on
yeah,
HBO, I'm like, oh, I can usually find something that's I know is going to be good. Like they're not doing any of that like that D budget Netflix stuff. Like I feel like
that's
half the
true.
stuff on Netflix is garbage.
I like Hulu. They got a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, Hulu's gotten a lot better.
They
I think
always
they
have
just
good
added new Rick and
movies.
Morty.
They always have good movies like advertised, like good like old school Adam Sandler, dude. Like
Yeah,
I was like, hell yeah, dude. I watched Mr. Deeds like the first night that we got home from the hospital because they advertised. And I was like, hell yeah, old school Sandler. Let's get it.
their FX channel's pretty good too.
Yeah, and they have like they've it's always sunny. I saw they have workaholics.
Yep,
They've got Rick. They got Solar Opposites. They have
Dave.
Futurama. They have Brickleberry. They have Dave. Like
Yeah, they
Hulu's
got
got
a
a lot of really good shit.
their anime section is really good too. They have like every anime, all the good
Yeah,
shit. Netflix one isn't bad, but they just feel like Netflix takes so long to add new shit to their platform too.
yeah. I'm just not a fan of Netflix anymore. And
Yeah,
because like also like I get Hulu with ESPN Plus and Disney Plus, and I watch ESPN Plus more than anything.
yeah. ESPN Plus is like one of my most worth it subscriptions I have
Yeah, I agree. That's one. That's
because
the
it's
one that I will always probably have.
yeah they've
You can
got
take
all the
everything
good
else.
shit, dude.
Give
Have
me
you
ESPN Plus.
have you ever explored their like 30 for 30 section?
I haven't, but I want to. I saw. Well, I don't know. Do they put E60s up there?
They might. I don't know if they put all of them up there, but I feel like I've definitely seen some.
I saw the start of a rerun of an E60 the other night, and it was about um psilocybin and like using it for like concussion treatment and shit like that,
Oh,
like
really?
post sports. The main guy that they were showing at the start of it was actually like an ex Flyers like enforcer type guy.
That's cool.
Yeah, so but Lex turned it off because she wasn't into it, and I was going to sleep. Um, but yeah, I was like, oh, I would like to see if I could find that on ESPN, like on the app,
I'm sure
and
they
watch
gotta
it.
have some of those on ESPN
Yeah,
Plus. That sounds
yeah,
like prime ESPN Plus content.
it does, it does.
The
But yeah,
30
ESPN
for
Plus
30s
is
are
the
really good
best.
too. Yeah.
30 for 30s are good. I haven't
Always have the
watched many of them
golf.
honestly. They always have golf on, like when the tournaments come around.
Pretty much all
Um,
of college sports except for like March
all college
Madness.
sports for the most part, except for March Madness. But yeah, all college baseball and shit is always on there. They have a bunch of like pro stuff and like even though they aren't the primary people, like they still get good shit. Like they have like baseball night, like Tuesday night baseball, I think, right? They have
Yep.
like a hockey
Sunday night
night during
baseball.
hockey season. They have Sunday night baseball on ESPN. Yeah, they have a hockey night. They get Monday night football. So they get like sprinkles of all the other stuff. Like they get basketball games.
Yeah.
And they also get all the ABC. So everything that's on ABC is also on
It's on.
ESPN.
Right, dude. Dude, put some respect on ESPN Plus name. Like ESPN gets a lot of shit nowadays for their sports, but I feel like ESPN Plus is like should be their main focus.
Yeah. It's their
They don't
best
put
asset.
they don't put like their morning talk shows and stuff on there, do they?
Well, yeah.
Like at like live, or is it just
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
oh, see, I never go to that app to watch that type of stuff. I always just like
I'll
catch it
just
on
see like
YouTube or
now it's
something.
like I'll just throw it on because like I used to never, but that was because I was working, you know what I mean? But
Right,
now it's like I'm waking up and I have nothing to do but sit on this couch with this baby because he doesn't want to sit in his bassinet, so I have to either hold him or feed him or both.
right.
And so it's like, all right, I'll just, throw on ESPN, whatever's on ESPN, I'll just watch that, and it's usually their talk shows in the morning. But it's been Wimbledon, which is so beat because I'm like, I don't want to watch
I
Wimbledon.
don't
I want to
want to
watch.
watch.
I would
I
rather
don't
watch their
want it.
terrible. I would rather watch their terrible talk shows, and it's not on.
Than tennis, yeah. Or NASCAR, NASCAR and tennis, dude. I don't know how people
I'd
fucking.
rather watch NASCAR. I fuck with some
Oh yeah,
NASCAR.
over tennis, but like still, it's if NASCAR's on the TV, I'm taking a snooze. I know a lot of
That's
people say
the
that
thing.
about golf
Sometimes it's
too,
the
but
best though.
yeah,
Like you need something to put you to sleep on a hungover Sunday.
NASCAR, the
All right.
sound of the woo, 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 and the
Yeah.
commentators in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always a nice like
Golf's good to
hungover
sleep
Sunday.
to too.
Golf's good to sleep to, but I enjoy
I'm
actually
into it.
watching it. Yeah, I'm into like
Yeah.
seeing how players shape their shot, and you know what my favorite part is when they have like the hot mics when they're about to like take their shot. You can kind of hear
Yeah.
what they're saying to their
Did you
caddy.
watch the match?
No, dude, I thought it was like I thought that was like an August September thing, which I guess
No,
doesn't make
yeah.
sense because that's in football season. But
True. I think it just depends on who's like participating.
yeah, it crept up on me this year, dude, because I love watching the match. Like that's
It
always
was
my
good,
favorite.
dude.
Like
Mahomes and Kelsey shitted on them, Steph and Clay.
Steph and Clay. Yeah, didn't Steph like pull out from like 100 yards or something on one of the
I don't
holes?
know. I didn't watch the whole thing.
Oh, I thought that might have been an old video, but I saw him like pulled out from like a fucking 145-yard shot.
Not bad. They all had like
Yeah,
customized golf carts. It was sick.
that's pretty cool.
Kelsey actually had an Air Jordan putter cover. That's what made me want to get it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I saw that and I was like, yo, that's fresh. I'm getting one of those.
Fucking money, dude. Of course, Kelsey has that too. That's like such a thing he would
Yeah.
have.
Yeah. Well, so I have two putters and one of them, like, the putter cover is just like, I don't like a little like plastic, like, or no, I guess like rubbery piece.
Yeah,
Like it's like just like
like
random
leather.
like stretchy stuff. No, it's like elastic, I guess, and it just like goes over it, but it always falls off. And I might have lost it honestly because it's not
Yeah,
on there. And then I have my putter that has like the forks coming out the back, and that putter cover is like shedding and like falling apart. I was like, all right, I'm gonna get this Jordan one because it's fresh as fuck. Like I have to get a new putter cover. I might as well ball out, right?
right.
So obviously I can't use the John that has the forks on it. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna use my other putter and retire the one with the forks on it, and that'll be JT's putter. I'm just like, as I buy clubs and have to retire other ones, I'm just like
Stashing
starting a
them.
bag for them. Yeah,
That's a great idea, honestly, dude.
like right now he has a 3-wood and a putter.
That's all you need, dude. JT's gonna step up and just drive the green with a fucking 3-wood and then grab his
Yeah.
putter.
But I had
Uh,
I had to take a club out of my bag because I'm buying a 52. So it's like, all right, I'll take one of the putters out. I don't need two putters.
right.
And I like the putter that I have better. I put a new grip on it last year, and it's like a way better grip. It's a little bit fatter.
Dude, I don't know why, but 2 rounds ago when I played in Missouri, started having like a real wide stance with my putting, and I'm like low key kind of money now,
Really
dude, from
good with
like
it.
10 feet in. I don't know why. I think it's just I have more like leverage to go straight back and straight forward because before I was standing a little close and I would kind of just like wiggle arm it a little bit, and I would always end up pushing the ball left of the cup. So I just like widened my stance out, and I was like, oh, all right, that kind of feels nice. And then I tried it again with the round that I played with Jake last week, and I was like, dude, from like 6 to 7 feet in, I was absolute money on all those putts. Like I think I had like one lip out or one where I just kind of like pushed it, but the putter was working.
I hope my putter works tomorrow.
It's a nice feeling when you got the putter going, that's for sure.
I know, I know. Timmy texted in the group and he was like, like, how we feeling? We're gonna go low tomorrow." And I was like, "What's your definition of low?" And Hampson was like, I'm really hoping that I could break 80." And I was like, "I'm hoping I could break 100." And it's like it's
Does
levels
he
to this shit.
is he like good enough to break 80?
So last week was actually my first time playing with him. He's a couple years older than us, but he played in high school and he was good in high school.
Oh,
So yeah,
okay.
he's
So
good.
he's like a scratch golfer.
Yeah, I mean
That's
that's what Timmy and Owen shoot too. They shoot right around 80.
oh,
Like
man.
78 to 82 is pretty much like all of Timmy and Owen's
There's
rounds.
just something that we have to be able to unlock in our golf game where we can get to that point because I feel like I've been the same skill level at golf for fucking 10 years, dude. I
I
don't
think it's
get
just
it,
like a
man.
mindset thing too.
Yeah, but like I will say when Jake and I play together and it's just me and him, like we're usually pretty locked in. Like we're talking golf pretty
Yeah.
much the whole time and it feels good because you can just have that one line of focus. But
Yep.
like going out there with the boys and just having a good time is the fucking top
Is
tier.
is top tier, but it's not the same.
It's
You're
not
not as
it's not
serious
you're
in it.
not
You're not as
playing the
locked
same
in.
golf, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're just locked in and you just all you're thinking about is your next shot and like what you could have done better on your last shot or just when you're
Yep.
locked in, it's a whole different game, dude. It's
Yep.
crazy.
So we'll see. Hopefully I'm locked in tomorrow and hopefully they're getting hit straight.
That's gonna be so funny when I wake up and see the little 18 birdies notification. It was dude,
Hell
we were
yeah.
sitting there, when Jake and I started our round, I saw like the notification you commented is like you said something like "Go get them, boys" or something like that. And I was like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
yeah.
Kenny's peeps!" Like it's so fun to have like the friends that are you follow on there like actually
Yeah,
like
dude.
follow your shit.
Yeah.
It's such a good app, dude. I really want to get one of those leagues started up soon.
I
It's
know.
just a
That's
matter
what I
of
was saying
doing
to
it.
Owen. I was like kind of selling Owen on it. We were talking about it last week on the course. He's like, maybe I'll have to like get on there and check it out. And I was like, dude, it's a good app. Like it shows you
It's
the
not like your
layout.
usual free
It
like
shows
golf
you the
apps
layout
here,
of the hole. Like, I mean, it is honestly, it is like the free
but
ones.
it's
Like, cause I
but it's
had
better.
the last one that I had was Swing U, and I thought that one was just as good. I thought it like the way the interface I thought was actually a little bit more user friendly. Um, but like this one's good, and this one has like the social aspect where like I
That's
think
why I like it.
that's such a good piece to it. It makes the game better.
It like makes you want to keep score like your score more serious too. Like
Yeah, because everybody's gonna see it, and like if we were all
everybody
in the league,
see
it would be dope, and
it
like
would be dope,
it
dude.
would be competitive. Like I'm sure Timmy and Owen would run away with the league, but like between everybody else, it would be
Yeah,
competitive.
fighting for the third spot's gonna be the best part of the league.
Right. Well, I'm not. See, I'll be fighting for like a top five,
Yeah, even then,
because
top five
like
is a good
Jake's gonna be
finish.
shooting like 90 to 95 pretty consistently, and I'm not.
Jake breaks 90 like once every 3 rounds. He's a solid. He's probably the best golfer out of like the Myrtle boys.
Yeah, yeah. And like you shoot better than me most of the time, but like I think you're a better golfer than me, but your score doesn't always show it.
Yeah, I make a lot of stupid fucking like I'll have like 2 holes where I just absolutely blow up, but then every other hole it's like
Yeah,
I'll sprinkle in like 1 or 2 double bogeys, but
yeah.
I'm
So
par and bogey for the most part.
last week I shot even 100, 52 on the front and 48 on the back. But nine, I gave up on it. It was a par four. I gave up on it. Took an eight.
Yeah,
Um, and then 10 was a par five, and I took an eight. So back to back snowmen on the card. was like not real good. But then I kind of figured it out across the back of the back nine.
Once you have like two snowmen on the card, dude, it kind of doesn't matter how well you play the rest of the round unless you're like on a birdie train.
Right. And
Like
I'm
you're
never gonna
as
be on
if
a
you have
birdie
two
train. I'm lucky
snowmen,
to
it's
get
gonna
one
be tough to
birdie in
break
a
90.
round. I usually don't get any birdies in a round.
Yeah, I'm usually good for one on like a good day. Or even a bad day. My 2 rounds ago I shot like a 103 and it was like I had a birdie on 4 and then every other hole was like double bogey.
I'm shooting a birdie tomorrow.
Do it, dude. It's really like you just got to
New
stick one
goal, get a
close. You
birdie.
just got to stick one close, dude. Like I've been on my second shots, I've been really reaming in on the point of like, all right, don't just like shoot for the green, like shoot for an area on the green. Like
Yeah,
aim small, miss small, you know what I mean? Like ball's gonna roll, like maybe take a club down, put a little on. Like I haven't been just like, all right, this is like between 150 and 160. I'm just gonna swing a pitching wedge at it and see if I can get it on the green. Like I've been like, all right, I'm gonna shoot for the front of the green, so that means I got a club down or club up,
yeah.
take less club, and just put a nice even swing on it. And that it didn't really help me last round because last round I was hitting greens, but I wasn't like I was giving myself long putts. So I was two putting a lot of the time because my putter was doing well. But if I could just put my second shot closer and get down to like like one or two up and downs, dude, it's gonna make a huge difference for me.
I'm already looking forward to buying my next wedge.
I know. I think I need to get a new bag before anything because my fucking the things that like hold my bag up are broken. It's kind of annoying.
Mm. I shouldn't have gotten a 52. That was a bad decision.
A 52? I thought you just
Yeah.
got a 54.
No, I got a 52. I should have got a 54.
52 is like kind of a tough club because it's like right in between that distance of it being like a pitching wedge kind of, but not really. Like you can still hit it far, which leaves you more room for error. 56 I think is my favorite wedge. 56 is money for me, dude. I use that for pretty much any short range shot from within like 70 yards.
Yeah, my wedges are all fucked up, dude.
I
I
put
might
my
just have
60 away. I don't even touch that thing anymore.
You know what? Maybe my next one will be a 56, and then I'll trade in the 58 for a 60. And I'll go 52,
I
56, 60.
If I were to give you advice, I would just say fuck it and keep your 58 and 56 because a 60 is like, I mean, dude, it's like you got to pretty much swing it perfectly every time for it to work. It's a hard club to swing. And that was the first wedge I got. Like I just went from a pitching wedge to a 60 degree and thinking like, oh, this will be my one wedge for now. But then like I realized how hard it is to hit that. And when I got my 52 and my 56, I'm like, oh, okay, this is like a lot more controlled and easier to swing.
Well,
And
how
like the
many
results are
degrees is a
basically the
pitching
same.
wedge?
I want to say it's like a 47 or 48.
Really?
That would be my rough guess.
Pitching wedge is a 44 to a 48, so it could be any of them.
44 to a 48. Yeah, that makes sense. 52 pitching wedge is one of my favorite clubs to swing, but when you just need a little bit cuz I can crush my pitching wedge and it's kind of sometimes hard for me to like reel it in like with
Yeah,
like a slower swing or a softer swing. So
agreed.
the 52 is like usually if I'm like 115 to 120 yards out, like I'll go to that. But anything under that, like my 56 is money from fucking 70 yards in because I just know I don't have to hit it as hard as I would with a 60. Because with a
Yeah.
60, like I said, you
So
got
all
to
you
pretty
have
much
is a
hit it
52
perfect.
and a 60?
No, I have a 52, a 56, and a 60, but I don't use my 60 anymore.
Yeah.
Basically, just use the 52 and the 56.
Yeah, that's why. So my pitching wedge, I'll hit that one. Like if I hit that one good, it's going like 110.
Your pitching wedge?
Yeah.
Really? You got a
Yeah.
violent swing too. I'm surprised you don't crush your pitching wedge, dude.
Well, that's okay. I don't hit it well if I have a regular swing.
Oh right, you're
Or
not
I,
swinging
I,
that
I don't swing violent if I hit it well.
like you don't swing that as hard as you would swing like a 6 iron
Well, I tried to slow everything down
with your pitching wedge.
with all of my shots.
Oh
Like
yeah,
I tried to
well,
have more like a more
more
controlled and
pace
like a
to your swing.
slower backswing, and then like kind of just like letting my hands fall
Come
and
through.
like
Yeah,
not trying to like add a lot of power through my swing.
has that
Because when
helped
I
a
try
lot?
to add power, it helps me hit them straighter and more consistent, but like obviously I'm not great.
You're not. Yeah, you're taking some yardage off your swing. Oh, I
That's
mean, dude,
fine though.
once you get that dialed, then you
But
can
then,
start
but
swinging a
here's
little
the
bit
thing: it
harder
doesn't
too.
even matter if I take distance off my swings. It's just like, okay, I know what club to use. It doesn't matter. Like it's all the
Right,
same. You know what I mean?
right. Just
It's not like,
you
oh man, I don't hit my 8 as far as Johnny hits his 8, so now I have to club up to a 7.
right, or
Like
like,
it doesn't make a difference really. You just have to
yeah,
know what club to
know
use for
what club.
yourself.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah. So I hit my pitching wedge like 110, and then I hit my 8 iron like 135, 140. So I just kind of like judge based off of that, and I'll hit my 6 like 160 to like 175. I like my 6 irons. I get more of a range with.
More a little more
But if I'm
more
like
oomph
180
behind it.
plus, I'm taking a 5 at least. And then
Yeah,
if I'm
five.
200, I'm taking a 4.
I think a 5 is like my 200 club. I don't even my 4 is so uncontrolled. I rarely bring it out, but
Yeah, if I'm over 200, I will. Like if I'm like 210 plus, then that's when I dig into my hybrid or my wood bag. But I usually don't.
yeah, I don't break those clubs
My
out at
5
all.
wood is the next club that's gonna leave my bag when I get a 56.
Same. I might just get like a 4 hybrid and then take my 5 wood out, dude. Because if I need
Yeah,
like 5 wood distance, I'd rather just swing a controlled heavy iron. I
yeah.
don't need
Right
all
now
that
I
length
have
anyways.
driver, 3 wood, 5 wood, 4 hybrid.
How's your 4 hybrid? Is you just use that as your 4 iron?
It's not good.
No.
No, I don't. I don't hit it well at all. I bought it brand new last year and I don't hit it well.
I might have to go and swing one before I purchase that. That would probably be the
You
smart move,
should.
huh?
I'm gonna start hitting it well. I think though. I'm gonna figure it out. I need to swing it
Yeah.
more like an iron and less like a wood, because I swing my woods more like drivers, and I think like that's best case scenario for me, honestly.
Yeah.
Um,
There's this thing I saw where it was like kind of to help with that, like learning how to like dial in a club. It's like you go to the range and you take. I usually take like my 4 iron or my 5 iron. Most likely my 5 iron because I know I'm going to swing it more. My 5, my 8, and my 56, and I'll just swing like 4 on each club, just kind of get the feel and get it dialed, and then I'll do like the rest with my driver, which is only usually like hopefully like 6 to 7 balls. But like if
that's
you
like a pre-round,
pre-round at the range, like 4 balls, limit yourself because if you have 4 bad swings like with one club, you're gonna
then you're
hit
gonna
more
want to try to
balls with
get it
that
right.
club and try and fix it, and that's just gonna fuck you up even more. So just kind of like do 4 balls for like 3 clubs and then finish it with your driver and get that dialed. But then like those 4 clubs you use or 3 clubs you used before that, you're not trying to fix your swing because that'll
Yeah,
mess
you're
your whole
just
swing up
taking
with your
swings.
driver and everything else, right? So I think I'm gonna start. I kind of did that last round, but I think I'm gonna incorporate that into like most rounds I play now, just to like
I'll try to do that
get a
tomorrow.
little bit
I
after it.
know Hampson said he was gonna try to get there early and hit the range, but we, like I said, don't know when it opens. But still gonna try to get there early. And like worst case scenario, they're not open, and I just like hang out and like probably hit the putting green, even though it's gonna be wet.
I'm sure your course opens at 7, so the range will
That's
probably be
probably when the
open
range
whenever it opens.
opens.
Yeah,
But if they have tee times earlier, it's like why wouldn't the ranger let us snag some balls and get out on the
and
range?
get out there. Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know. We'll see. So I'm gonna try to get there early and see how it goes.
Yeah, but if you do end up hitting the range, try that method and let me know. Let me know how it feels.
I will. I will. And
Cause
Hampson was like, "Dude, we can just split a small bucket, and like that'll be enough for both of us." And I'm like, "Facts."
yeah, that is exactly what Jake and I did, and it was money.
All right, you want to get out of here? We've been talking
Yeah,
for over 2 hours.
that 2 hours flew by, dude.
Yeah, dude. Time flies when you're
Well,
with your best bud and also
oh
your
hell,
worst.
fucking right. Best and word. We want to see you fall, but we love them. What did I say
We
earlier?
want to watch you burn.
Yeah. It's
All
all love.
right, well, enjoy your weekends, y'all. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. Much love always. Smooch your neighbor, hug your grandma, and
And
spread some love.
good luck out there on the courses.
Smooches.
May the best soldier win.
What button do I hit in the hair? Okay.
Oh, I snuck it.
Smooches.
Hella smooches this week, dude.
All the smooches, dude.